here. Local business owner and critic enthusiast. Are these critics constantly clickety-clanking around on their keyboard? Are their terrible reviews driving you crazy? Is your critic clawing away at the very fabrics of society with their terrible opinions? Think there's no answer? You're so stupid. There is! Critic Mittens. Finally, there's an elegant, comfortable mitten for critics. I didn't hear a thing. Is your critic one-armed or have fat sausage fingers, a skinny bird-like physique, or just no fingers at all? That doesn't matter because one size fits all. Critic Mittens, you'll be smitten. So come on down to Criticless.com. We're the home of the original Critic Mittens. And how?
Warning. The following show features reviews from wildly unprofessional critics operating without the supervision of professionals. The thoughts and opinions held by these individuals are not to be taken seriously and do not come from a place of intellectual integrity. This show doesn't reflect the opinions of Criticless or its users. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up? What's up? What is up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to another episode of Criticless Cast Unhinged. We are live. We are back. We are here to bring you some culture, to talk about movies, to do all the things that we do here. I'm ready and excited for it because I just got out of a 3-hour movie that I am definitely doing a video about tomorrow, and I did not like it. So we are going to be talking about that a little bit later. But today, what we are actually going to be talking about specifically on this show is Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. This is one of those films that just got lost to time. It just kind of vanished into thin air. And so when I brought it up, people were like, holy crap, that was a movie. And also, I thought it was this other movie. And that just seems to be a recurring theme with this. So I'm excited to talk about it, hear your thoughts. The reviews have been coming in on Criticless and things are chugging along with that. So I'm really interested to dig into that because I've seen some good points made in some of the reviews, and it's hard when one of these movies hits a point for me where I'm like, I don't even know how to score this exactly. So I'm curious to see where these guys are as well. But without ado, I guess I do need to introduce my hose, the huzz. We got Mr. Christopher Kaus back in the studio.
Hello, greetings.
He's her. And we got Mr. Matthew Verlack.
What's up, everybody?
He's back, finger blasting.
I'm back. The champ.
Yeah, he is the finger blasting champ. I don't know. I might have because I was double blasting last week. So I mean, I might actually be the new reigning champion.
Double blasting's pretty hard.
It is. It's really hard
while trying to think and talk
and run the show. Yeah, that's it's a whole feat. If I had not, the wife got me some new. It's some kind of green stuff. I don't know, a green liquid. Yeah. I don't know. I'll take it and my brain go good.
You get it at a gas station.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's those like
in the ladies' bathroom.
Right. Yeah, I had an erection the entire show. I don't know.
We know. The table obviously.
Right.
We're talking about nothing but buttholes last week.
Yeah, it's that's followed me around as well. I was on Tuesday.
Oh, I'm sure. I was listening. I was like, wow, you guys are.
Well, this is what happens whenever your wife joins.
I know.
She's the one who really brought up all the bubble.
That's true. She's the one to blame. Yeah. I mean, really, let's be honest about this. And it doesn't help that it's like a running theme because then I was on Monday Hangover and I started talking about dogs' buttholes, and so like it's kind of just it's gonna keep following me, I think. Yeah. But maybe it'll help me escape Jaws. I'll replace Jaws for buttholes.
I don't know if that's one you want to switch out.
That's true. That's true because now it's like I'm gonna end up in the same realm as Dan Vask because like everywhere he goes, he apparently just regularly talks about poop. So now every time I see comment section, it's just people talking about him and poop. So. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, at least Jaws is movie related.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that is very true. Yeah. I'm really genuinely thinking about
buttholes.
Not that. KC Cheeto. Well, first off, yes. How many shows do I have a week? That is a fantastic question, and I can tell you that currently It's a lot. I'm kind of everywhere. I've been on a show every night this week. So
I mean,
yeah,
I'm busy.
it's a lot. I've been all over the place. But yeah, I was gonna say I'm really thinking about it. We're gonna need to like drum this up because it's come up in multiple places now. And with this whole Jaws thing, I'm really thinking about making a Criticless Jaws shirt.
Yeah.
Like I really think we should do it. What I'm thinking is like maybe even a really cool design where it's like Jaws on the bottom of the back of a shirt, like with his mouth open, like the old poster, but he's like eating a decent, like where it just says decent down the in our font down the back.
So
And
just
he's
really
eating.
lean into
lean
being
completely.
Like, that you don't like it.
Exactly. Just lean into it. And but then it can be representative of like he's eating it. Like I'm not decent. I'm gonna eat it, But like me silently being like, no, this is me calling attention to the fact that Jaws is decent. So it's it's a double play.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, I think it'd be super cool. And then we could do like a cool Jaws thing on the front too. Yeah. I think it'd be pretty rad. And it'd be different coloring too, because it'd be like blues and stuff. We don't have anything like that on our shirts yet. Not quite. Our tentacle shirt's a little purples and blues and stuff.
Yeah, you're talking about doing a black shirt with the blue on it.
Yeah. Well, it could be cool.
You could do blue because the typical Jaws is like that blue.
Yeah, right.
With the white.
With the white. And that could be super cool too.
That
Like
could be cool.
literally just fully lean into the Jaws branding. I'd be down for that
I
too.
don't know how like close you can get to that without being like,
Have you been to Myrtle Beach?
Right.
We're
seriously. Seriously. They're clearly not picky about it. But what we really need to do is say, what's up to the chat? Hello, guys. Thanks for joining us. We're really glad to have all you guys here. I see a lot of the usual Spud Specs up in the chat here. We got My Dixie, an MCampU fan. We got Wasp. We got Crisco. We got John Rayman. What is up, brother? Great to have you back here again. We didn't scare you off last week, I guess. And we got Life of Marshmallows, JJ Happenstance. We got Wallfish. Holy cow, man. All you guys are in here. This is awesome. We got Donna Hall. Really love to see all you guys in the chat. And like I said, it's kind of been one of those things. I've been all over the place this week. It's been a fun week, and I'll probably be on Main Event more. I'm gonna have to like get a little bit more strategic about my show scheduling.
Yeah, like dialed down a little more, right. Being a little spread out.
Yeah, something. It's one of those things where I'm like, okay, well, maybe I just need to start like alternating certain things, especially if I'm going to be doing Main Event more and whatever, because that's like a 3-hour show on Tuesday nights. That's the other thing is it's my night times. I wish it's like with this being my day job, but like, why can't any of these really big shows be in the middle of the day? That'd be fantastic.
Because they wouldn't be a big show then.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Unless it's like, which I guess Jay's early morning show, he's gotten where he got in a time slot that nobody has, which is like 8 o'clock in the morning, and he does great numbers because no one's streaming at 8 o'clock in the morning.
True.
So
yeah, I guess you're just catching certain people at the right time then.
Right.
I mean, I guess I would watch maybe more in the mornings than I do in the afternoons because I don't watch any of the shows because like my afternoons are busy.
Right.
You think about like also international.
Yeah, that's another thing. International folks, it helps.
Just all the whole country starts watching you.
Right.
You're the only person American streaming at that time.
I think that's borderline what happens to Jay. But yeah, and as far as the folks that have not seen the movie, like Beach Dad in the chat for that as well, just so y'all know, we will be doing a spoiler-free version of the review, and you can kind of gauge whether you're going to watch it or not if you're worried about spoilers, that kind of thing. So we'll do some spoiler-free and then get into the spoiler stuff later. But this is going to be the show as usual. We're going to talk about some culture. We're going to talk about things happening on the interwebs. I am going to spend a little bit of time just because I want to with you guys a little bit about the movie that I just got out of, which is a film that just came out literally today. It's called One Battle After Another. This is the new Leonardo DiCaprio film. And let all of you guys in the chat and elsewhere know if you should watch it or not, and then to look out for my video, hopefully tomorrow. It's been a while since I've had to edit a more comprehensive video, but I'm going to be a dissenting opinion when it comes to this movie. So, and there's going to be probably a lot of people that just don't see it in general. So it's going to be an interesting one talking about that movie for sure. But yeah, so I think we need to get straight down to business. But I guess first, really, just I want to know, how are you guys doing? Chris, are you doing all right? You doing well?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah?
I'm a little slump at work.
Really?
Yeah, just really want to retire right now.
You've got enough. Yeah, I mean, he's got enough gray in his hair. He could probably you've earned at least like some retirement time.
Thank you. I agree.
Yeah.
I should be able to retire right now. That'd be great. Fantastic.
Well, you're Fed, so you'll at least be able to retire early.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's that.
There is that.
Yeah, you can retire from job 1 to then go on to job number 2.
That's
right. That's what, dude. All these
American way, man.
wild. I'm just like, look,
working for myself.
When I retire, I'm going to throw down a smoke bomb and disappear. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to be posted up,
Yeah.
enjoying
Oh, yeah.
life, digging into like 1,000 new hobbies.
Yeah.
It's going to be like painting Warcraft figures nonstop. Like just
Till your carpet tunnel takes over.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be something like that. But Matt, you doing good?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Nice.
I've just been chilling,
Yeah.
just living the life.
Just hanging.
Yeah.
Dad moding it up.
Yeah, that and just painting furniture.
Oh, yeah, fun.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Sweet. Well, and I hope everybody in the chat is good as well. And what we are going to do, because we know what everybody really comes to this show for. I mean, let's be completely honest. They come for one reason and one reason only. And we are going to do a little bit of technical adjustments here. Chris is going to try and help Matt's
Okay.
audio a little
We'll
bit.
see. Maybe hopefully that's a little better. I heard I was a little quiet.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Hopefully
I was
that's
on
a
that
little
mic
bit
last
better.
week, so
Yeah, we know Blaine is a
always
little louder than me.
the loudest person in the room.
Yeah.
I wonder at this point, because early on in my, I guess we can call it a career of this whole YouTubing, I used to get flack for just like chilling on shows and not saying a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering how many of them are regretting telling me to talk more.
Probably most of them, honestly.
That's the best part. It's
Right.
like, well, you guys wanted more talky
Right.
talk.
Right. You asked
Did you
for
guys
this.
go watch our old shows? Because we get unhinged when we start talking.
Right, exactly. It's like we call this show Unhinged for a reason. Like you can't. You asked me to talk more, and now I talk about buttholes on your show. You're welcome. So
You just got to pull out the
yeah, I am. We actually recently found a video of our daughter on my phone at like 4 years old doing that around our house.
Amazing.
So yeah,
Love it.
that one's definitely going to follow her around. We're going to show it to all of her friends when she's older.
Oh yeah,
So,
you save it for when the first boyfriend rolls around and you're like, you want to see something?
right.
Also, here's my ARs.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Here are all of my guns. But yes, and as everyone said as well, and as my wife said as well, make sure to go like the stream and all that, and all of you guys are coming in the chat and everything as well. But if you share stuff out, all of that is greatly appreciated. I'm really bad about telling people to help us with that stuff, so we do appreciate all you do, and we just appreciate you being here. It's great. But are you guys going to put on your headphones today, or just
No.
pretend like this is not?
Look, we got
happening?
plenty of time, buddy.
Yeah, you were just ignoring me. It's like just pretending like y'all don't know the drill.
You know,
I was
you
waiting
did
for the
kind of
rest.
like pop a smoke screen for me because I did not notice you put on your headphones at all.
Didn't?
Yeah.
It's because these are the exact size of my ears. You're like, this is just a normal giant
Got really
thing.
tan just on his ears. It's
Right.
weird.
It totally makes sense. I've been really deciding on where to go today because the internet hasn't been as funny this week as I've wanted, or just that it's even stuff that I wouldn't necessarily show on this show. Things are really political as well. So what I think I'm going to do is take all of you guys back. The interesting thing here, this video had 2.3 million views.
Okay.
And the 2.3 million views clearly came from very nostalgic bunch, that being millennials. And so what I'm actually going to do is bring you a little bit of millennial culture.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we
a
have
throwback? Yeah, right.
just
Do we
kidding.
have
I was
that?
about to say.
Oh, we have a lot.
What's it called?
Your elbow.
No. This part, the skin. It's called a weenus.
No, it's not.
It actually is.
yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
made-up word.
Chelsea, don't say anything. What's this called?
Your elbow.
No. It's a weenus.
It's not a real thing.
No, it's real. I play with my granddad clean this all the time. Don't do that to me, he says. It makes me feel old when you do that to me, he says. But I do it all the time.
You didn't feel that?
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. It's impossible.
Okay, but I did like some more Wyland's weenus.
Yep.
She won't feel it, right? Go on and do it then.
No, I'm not doing that. It's insane.
Double dog, dare you.
No, you
I don't
don't.
believe that the weenus is real. I'm willing to put it all on the line.
It's too real.
Don't be a hero. You're talking crazy.
Tommy, don't try and stop me.
Oh god. Ooh, the lip action.
All right, guys, Luke just did something incredibly inappropriate. Luke, can you get up here, please? Tell them what you just did.
I like your weenus.
What?
Weenus. Tommy, tell her.
Guys, what's a weenus? Is
Tell
that a
her.
thing?
Tommy's wanting to ween.
Tommy?
I never heard of that.
What? What is real?
Guys, do you know what this is?
Yep.
And so for those boomers and Gen Xers in the chat, you know, I don't know if you guys actually got to experience the greatness of the weenus, but the weenus
Oh, it was a real thing.
It was all the
It
rage.
still is a thing, really.
Yeah, but
I
between
play
that
with-
and masticating,
Yes.
dude.
Yeah.
Those are great times.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. This one really made me laugh, and I feel like if my son was not ridiculous and take things way too far, I would love to tell him about it just so he could like start the weenus thing all over. But
Yeah.
I can guarantee that he would take it far further than I would want, and he would just get in trouble, and it would be a whole thing. And so I'm not going to encourage it. But yeah, it was. It was a great time. Oh, we got Mo Zamboni in the chat. He's been on the
Never
show before,
heard of
guys.
it.
And y'all can go back and see previous episode where Mo showed up. And we're going to be doing more with Mo and the Monday Hangover stream, I think, possibly with the studio and stuff. So, yeah. Also, Mo, this proves that you were Gen X. He says, this is literally the first time I've heard of it. But I bet that shocks no one. And it doesn't shock me at all, Mo, because you are a geriatric old man.
With love.
Yeah, but yeah, and MKVU fan says he remembers it. He remembers what's up, and maybe it was a Southern thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
You grew up
Maybe.
all over.
Well, yeah,
though.
but mostly it was here in the South.
Right,
North
that's true.
North Carolina.
That's true.
And it was definitely like middle school, so
Yeah.
early high school when I learned about the weenus.
Yeah.
Because that's peak like high school humor.
Right.
Like, you want to see my weenus?
Yeah.
And the whole, like, you know, it's impossible to feel it. Just
Yeah,
let
you
me pinch you as hard as possible on your weenus.
Yeah. They would pinch your weenus. They'd walk up.
You're
and
like, no, you can't feel anything there.
you definitely
Yeah.
can feel.
I don't.
You don't feel anything, Matt. What's wrong with
You
your
feel
weenus?
pressure. It's not like painful.
It's not painful, but like you can't feel it at all. Hell, you're gonna pull your weenus off. I'm jerking it. Don't jerk
Quit
your
jerking your
weenus
weenus.
on camera, Matt.
Oh, I'm a bit of a voyeur. What can I say?
Gross. Yeah. Yeah. And as Chelsea said, yeah, people definitely fell for the weenus jokes. Yeah. They were great. It was a good time, and I am vying for bringing the weenus back. Let's bring it back. Is it really the name? Did anyone ever research? Like, is it actually called?
There was no Google back then. We
Yeah,
just
that's
believed
true.
it.
And I don't want to Google it now. I don't want to be proven wrong.
No, it's real.
Yeah.
It's real.
It's real because we experienced it.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't real, it is real now that the millennials made it real back in the day. You know, like we created the word into existence.
Yeah.
Yep.
So at the very least, that's the case. So yes, now that we've had weenus talk, I am going to apologize for this.
Is it butt talk?
Is it politics?
It does have to do with butts.
All right, that's way better than politics.
It is. It's going to be a little unsettling, everyone.
All right.
It's just a lot to take in. When I discovered this, it just came across my feed, and now she's everywhere.
I'm sure it did.
So if you see this woman's face, just know you saw it here first. You're welcome, and I'm sorry.
Good evening, afraid to farters. Are you hashtag afraid to fart? Well, I've had quite a lot of requests.
Hold on. I have to pause it for a minute because she always starts out and she's like,
Good evening.
and it's just so. There will be more explained about that.
Honestly, I expected there's a series where like these two guys, they'll like start a video like this, and then the Men in Black theme song plays, and they're like getting
Yeah.
their Men in Black equipment.
Yeah.
And I fully expected that.
Yeah.
to happen.
She's this is yeah. Anyways. All right.
Good evening, afraid to farters.
The salad fingers
you
there in the
hashtag
corner.
afraid
in the
to
comments.
fart?
Salad finger.
Perfect.
Well, I've had quite a lot of requests for advice. I'm contemplating the best advice and contemplating the best people to give advice to. So I need to see your comments. I want to see more comments.
Oh, is that like
I want to
suggestive?
see
Right.
your
I want to see your
questions
comments.
and your requests. Who really needs advice about
I do.
being afraid to fart? Who do you know
Oh, no.
who needs advice about being afraid to fart? From this blind oracle who is very good at ghosting. I'm so good at ghosting because I can't see the comments because I'm blind. But I want to make sure.
Wait, is she actually blind?
She's actually blind.
Oh, okay. Hey.
And she's going on the internet to give everyone advice on how to fart in public.
Yes.
I mean, You just lift a leg and let it rip.
Yeah.
Well, she's she
She looks like a Muppet that I've been trying to find here.
well, Salad Fingers was pretty good.
Salad Fingers is pretty strong.
I had to share this with everyone because, like I said, she's all over my feed at this point. She's just everywhere.
Hashtag afraid to fart. Hello.
She's super uplifting. I love this lady. She's great.
I'm here to talk to you about farting.
And she's an older person, lady.
Right.
Like, what made her be like, I need to make videos about being afraid to fart in public?
She's trying to help the world.
I guess. It's definitely very niche.
Yeah.
Like, please look at her right here. All one word, no spaces. Nobody ever died just because you farted. And if your friends don't like you farting, then maybe they're not the type of friends you really need. It's funny.
It's release.
It's release this world makes us uptight enough. Fart and make your peace.
Hey, man. Preach.
Yeah.
I'm a proud supporter.
So if anybody wanted to know this lady, wait, what's her name? She's just afraid to fart.
Afraid. Oh, that's her whole thing.
Yeah,
That is
that is. She is a blind old woman on the internet talking about farts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. That is extraordinarily niche, like
Yeah.
you said, man.
Yeah.
That
How many
is
views
awesome.
did this have?
This one did not have as many because it's new. I saw it today, but the first one is at 2.8 million. And I don't know if that is her biggest. Yes, that is her biggest. After that, she hit 1 mil again. Yeah, she's just been out here doing the Lord's work, helping people fart in public.
Wow.
Good
on her.
evening, afraid.
Good
to
evening.
She's literally like a vampire.
exactly
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm here to talk to you about farts.
Like, I love it so much. It's so ridiculous. Like, I feel like that's how we should actually, a clip of her doing that is how we should start our intro video. Is good evening.
That would be a fantastic intro, because then everybody would have to deal with it if they're early to our show.
Right, exactly. Just start with her.
Afraid to farters. Unite under the stinky cloud of farts.
Yeah, it just, it's kind of like, I think it was Wasp said in the chat, or maybe it was, I don't even know who it was in there, but yeah, made the point, point out that it's weird the things that go viral like this, the stuff that people are talking about on the internet, which is like an old blind lady talking about farting.
Yeah.
And and we got some other cool folks in here. I'm seeing Brimstone pop in here. What up, dog? King's Advisors, what's up? You roasted the shit out of me because of Matt's post, and it was fantastic. I legit.
That was really funny. I thought about it too, and I was like, I'm still going to do it because it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And bam.
Yeah,
roast.
He roasted me. It was great, and I've literally laughed for like 15 minutes. It was pretty fantastic. But of course, as is always said, the Jaws. Jaws follows me everywhere I go. But Brimstone, we were talking about it earlier. We're talking about making a Criticless Jaws shirt. That's all I'm saying. We might need to do it. Jay is really wanting us to do one as well. But I think I'm also going to lean into the fact that it's a decent film. So so that is also going to happen as well. But I'm really trying to dig in. We got the Afraid to Fart lady. There were some videos where I was going to make fun of you both, but then I remembered that they had audio clips that we couldn't play on the show. And so I was really kind of...
Saved by the audio clips.
Yeah, y'all got saved. So
Disappointed.
So obviously we need to get back into the slang. You guys need to know what all the kids are talking about these days.
Here's your weekly update on the words that kids are using most this week. It is Wednesday, September 24th, and I wrote down the words that I heard the most in the classroom this week, and I need to know, are you hearing the same words, different words? Which words do you need me to define for you? Coming in at number 1, still the number 1 spot is 6-7. Teachers are embracing it. Kids are embracing it.
This one's hanging around.
It's still going.
For today's culture, anything over like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
This has been like, what, 2 months? Something?
Yeah, that's pretty fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still using that.
It's bussing.
Hot minute.
Bus. I thought that was for food. But yeah.
No, it's...
You do bus in a restaurant. But
not
Cap?
exclusive.
No cap?
No cap.
That's no lying.
Which, that's...
I'm so smart.
Cap means lie. No cap means truth. They don't do that one as much. I have heard it. My daughter still uses it, but it's still happening. But 6-7, guys, just 6-7. Those in the chat who don't know, it's just, it means absolutely nothing, but also it means something so-so. But it still kind of means nothing. So there.
It's trickling down the grade levels. I don't think 6-7 is going anywhere anytime soon, but one can hope. Okay. Number 2, we have ush or us, and
This is
they're
a weird
ushing
one.
each other, like hitting the bottom of their chins and saying ush. I think it comes from like a YouTuber, TikToker, D'Adrian Harding is where it started. It's been around for a while, but it's picked up some steam, so it must be trending somewhere. So that's ush. That's being used a lot. Coming in at number 3 is
All right, so that's a new one. We hadn't heard it.
Ush.
It's ush.
Like
Which
you're
also
doing it
didn't that mean
to
like
other people.
Fu back in the
yeah,
day?
Well, it's very Italian.
Right, this is
like
just
a,
2 fingers. Oops, I'm hitting the microphone.
You gotta be aggressive with it.
Right.
F
Yeah.
you.
It's not that one. So this is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You, I bet you do talk jive. So yeah, we got Ush. This one, it sounds like he's not even sure what it means yet. So we will keep you updated. Maybe next week we'll have a reason or like a what
Explanation,
it means.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're supposed to do it to someone else and say ush.
I don't know.
It's kind of what it said. He said they were doing it to each other.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, I guess it's just like a oosh.
Ushing
Right.
each other.
Like maybe just kind of like,
Yeah. I don't know.
you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
He didn't say. He normally says if he doesn't say, it means he doesn't know yet.
chopped. Everything's chopped. This assignment is chopped. You're chopped. This is chopped. Chopped. Everything's chopped. And then coming in at number 4 is what the John. Now, I know John.
So
Isn't this been around for a while?
which one, Chopped or John?
John.
I don't know about John. He's
No.
about to get into that a little bit, and it sounds like it's changing. Because that's the other thing about the modern like stuff is it seems to even if the word stays around, sometimes the meaning changes.
Yeah.
Which really wasn't a thing when we were kids. Like it was kind of like if one came around that I can think of, it pretty much stuck with its meaning.
Yeah, well, and that's why they like survived because
Right.
they didn't morph, and then they just stuck around.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. So yeah, but that last one, the Chopped, I don't remember. Do y'all remember what that means? We've gone over it before. It's
Like
just
it's scuffed.
It's yeah,
Yeah.
like it's doesn't
It's
it? It's
bad.
like sucks. It's
Yeah.
bad. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So if anybody want to know, that's what Chopped is. If you hear anybody saying it, all right. And then John.
JAWN is old Philly slang, but then I guess what the John got turned into a meme at the beginning of this year, and it's used as any kind of like exclamation of like what the heck, but also there's like a what the John, like an excited version of it that might have some slightly inappropriate connotations. I'm still digging. I will let you know about that one, but let me know in the comments what you are hearing most this week. Here's your weekly
So yeah, and now we
John.
have what the John.
The John. I like that.
Yeah.
That one I might use.
Which they said it was Philly slang, which the interesting thing is my wife in here said that her cousin used to say it, and they are very Southern. So that's interesting as well. But yeah, that is dope, I'm guessing. So there's that as well. Who knows, guys? It's just, it's constantly evolving, constantly changing, and every day that goes by, we are all getting older, and the slang will just pass us by if you're not here for me to keep you up to date with it.
That's right.
You know, that's
Appreciate
the
it.
thing. And honestly, I have to keep up with this so that when my kids say it, I know what they're talking about. And at this point, I'm still ahead of them. But that might also be because they're not in public school. So,
Just make sure they can't like talk badly to you,
right.
and you not know what they're saying.
Exactly.
Nobody
How many times
disrespects
that
me.
happen?
Right. Like if they, like, what was it? Huzz?
Yeah.
Like it means like ho. Like if somebody called, like
Yeah.
if one of my kids was calling me a huzz, like I would know. And I'd be like, shut your
They'd be like,
mouth.
"Dang it, Dad knows that one." Dang it.
It's wild that I immediately saw your dad as soon as you did that.
Yeah.
Just trauma instincts kicked in real fast. Like, oh god.
You're like, all the times he hit me.
Yeah. Good
All of
times.
us. He abused us all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much
but,
needed.
hey, like I've said, he's retired now. He's chilling out.
Yeah.
He's finally starting to mellow out a little bit.
That's good.
Yeah.
Guys finally chilling out.
Yeah. It's about damn time.
It's fun watching that movie with him.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, that was a fun one. We need to get him to go to more movies with us. We need to get him in here one day.
Oh man.
This would be even actually appropriate.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
more so than for me.
That yeah, having it, he might get our stream taken down.
Yeah.
Probably.
I could see that.
So, all right, one last thing because I just thought that this was really funny and it's starting to pick up steam. This one's getting close to 1 million views and it just really made me laugh.
Listen, I know white women wear them. I know Hispanic women wear them. But if we being honest, who's the franchise? Who's the franchise players? This shit looks ridiculous. No man has ever said, yo, you know what would make her look hotter? Pterodactyl wings on the face, nigga. What the fuck is this? Listen.
That is hilarious.
That's the truth.
They're wild.
Yeah.
Fake eyelashes are wild. So the question is, for all the ladies in the chat, because we do have quite a few. It's like, what with those with the eyelashes? Like, is it? Are you really doing it for like other ladies, or like do they? Because you know how that's the thing where it's like, you know, what fads do men do or that women do where it's like really signaling to like other men or to other women if you're a woman. Like, is that the thing with the eyelashes?
I think so. I have to admit.
It's like bitch, my eyelashes are longer than yours are.
I think it's kind of like a peacock. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe it's where it's like a peacock. It's like I have bigger eyelashes. The guys are going to notice me first.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always wondered that. And like, you know, Xena used to get her eyelashes or would have fake eyelashes and stuff
Right.
pretty regularly. I was just like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I prefer a more natural person.
Right.
Not.
Well, because when you see them, like 9 times out of 10, you're like, those are some fake ass eyelashes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not like they're trying to hide it, surely.
Right.
But I was also like, I've never, anytime, you know, dudes talking about like, oh, what's your favorite part of a woman? What are you most attracted to or whatever?
Right.
Never once has it been big ass eyelashes. So,
Right.
yeah.
That's true.
It's
And
exactly
Donna Hall
like you
says
said.
she does them, but she says she doesn't have bat wings, caterpillars, or pterodactyl wings on her face. They're reasonable length, and that is the thing.
Yeah,
now
that's
I
totally-
can't understand like also if you're someone like if you're a woman, because it is one of those things where like slightly longer eyelashes, whatever, is considered like an attractive thing, whatever. And if you're someone who was born with like just next to no eyelashes or they're like blonde or whatever, that makes sense to me. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I
of
don't know.
reasonable size. But hey, you do you know? As long
Right.
as you enjoy it, who cares?
I mean, I laugh at when I see people with the ridiculously big ones, like the ones he was wearing.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh in public. So I appreciate them.
Yeah.
right.
Because I laugh. It gives
Well,
me a
yeah,
giggle.
because there are definitely gradients of how ridiculous they can
Oh,
be.
yeah. For sure.
Like so, but yeah, this one it definitely made me chuckle, and I'm glad I at least found this one because, like I said, I was struggling a little bit for some of the funnier things this week, but that was definitely a good one in the mix, and those guys are pretty funny in general. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop presenting. We're gonna go full screen on this.
Do it.
But yeah, and I've seen some more of you guys pop into the chat, and what is up? Also, Donna Hall, I saw you in there. I don't know if you saw on Monday Hangover, but I am pretty sure that you won some merch from our Monday Hangover raffle. If I'm wrong, then I'm very sorry. But I'm pretty sure you were one of the winners because I did actually do like the raffle spinning wheel off.
Yeah.
I did it off stream. And then I was like, oh, I should probably do it on stream so that people believe me. And so I had a cluster of names before, and then I had some on the show as well. But we need to do one of those on this show as well and get some people in here and maybe do it in a way in which like we'd have to do it on the fly, but like only did it with the people in the chat. That could be cool. So that way it's like you have to be on the show and we're like, hey, we're doing a raffle only if you're watching the show.
Yeah, and we get a spinner. And
Right.
We write out the names and you put them in there.
We'll let you write out
Yeah.
all those names, Matt, while
Yeah.
we're
I'm sure.
You're not really doing
anything.
And you're not doing anything else over there, so it's,
right,
yeah.
exactly.
That's absolutely right.
I got a real busy job over
here.
here.
That's so true.
Yeah, it is true.
Keep things held up on this end. This brick wall.
Keeping the floor
It's-
down.
Yeah. I got it. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. So, and apparently she did see it, but yeah, and Bookstore brought up too is as far as the fingernail talons as well. This is one that me and my wife go back and forth on weekly. Now she's gotten more reasonable with her nails, but she likes the long nails. And but the thing is, which she does have like brittle nails or whatever. So she says that like having them makes it to where like her nails don't get all crappy when she's like washing dishes and stuff. And I'm like, maybe. But then I also see her like trying to use her phone and it's just like, or like watching her use her keyboard at work and she's just like, I'm like, this is absurd. You literally can't touch the keys. So I don't understand it.
Great head and back scratches. So
Yeah, that's
one
right.
upside there.
I don't get any of those, and she's got
No.
what is Chris put her on blast? Tell her what she's doing wrong. You know,
You know,
I don't get any head or back scratches.
should have chose me. Just
Problem
kidding.
solved.
Yeah.
You'll wear the nails and do back scratches.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. And as she says, does not care what I think about her nails, and she tells me that every time I say something. I've stopped complaining less because they've gotten less talony. They're slightly more functional now. It really the main complaints come when it's like yard work or something, and she's like, I can't cut my nails, and I'm just like, you made that choice. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
You're gonna
So-
get new ones anyway, so what's okay if they break?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Now, as far as how the show has been going, typically we would we'll go into the news and do some other stuff. I've only got one bit of news here that I kind of wanted to talk about and show you guys. So we will go ahead and do one little news segment here. here is doing something weird. All right. Yeah, but all right, guys. So news. What are we doing here?
News, right?
I need to screen share. I wasn't even prepared. I was trying to fix my hair, doing something weird. So can y'all see that? How are we looking?
Yes.
And then the question is, should I get it in a better window?
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on this. Hopefully, can y'all still see that? We good? All right. I think it might actually take me over to X. Nope, not that. All right, here. I think, yep, there we go. That's what it was supposed to do. All right, so I guess y'all know, or did you know, that there's a new Street Fighter movie coming out?
So.
Yeah, I think I heard
You know,
that.
I think we've talked about it on this show before. But now this guy, Noah Centineo, is going to be in it. He's going to be playing Ken, and then we've got this chick named Kalina Lang who's going to be playing Chun-Li. Now, we have not seen any real looks at this movie, but there's been little leaks and things coming out, and now this is some set footage, and it is looking like they are going like true to form. It is actually characters looking like people looking like the game characters. Like we've got Guile with the hair. Like we've got like the characters are looking like they're supposed to be looking, which is a good sign. I hope that this movie doesn't suck because we keep going in and out of video game movies being good or not, where it's like they've been getting better.
Right.
But they're still not there.
Except for Borderlands
Except
was
for
so bad. Holy
Right.
moly.
Well, and then we've got scenarios like Last of Us where it's like it could have been great and it's not. Like, you know, or there's just so it's been hit or miss, but like a lot of people, right. Halo was a miss. Like a lot of people though have been loving the Sonic movies. I don't like them.
Yeah.
I like them, but I mean,
they're kids'
it's
movies
because they make their own story, and Sonic doesn't really have a story except that's him versus Eggman.
Right, unless
like
you
the
cartoons and stuff. At least from when we were kids, it didn't have a story. He just ran fast.
Right,
and
I'll say it on record right now.
Yeah,
that Shadow's faster. That's all I got to say.
I never played a game with Shadow in it, so I don't know.
Well, apparently it pisses off my nephew a ton because he loves Sonic, but Shadow's faster.
Right,
that's all there is to it.
It's always the best part.
I'm sure I'll piss somebody off somewhere.
Right. No, it's fine. I mean, he was cooler either way.
Yeah.
So doesn't matter. But that's kind of the thing is all the other ones were like kind of just cooler because they were different. Like it wasn't Sonic. Right. But yeah. So all right, we got this thing pulled up here, and I'm going to show you here. So oh god, it keeps doing that.
So I'll say, is it going to play?
Yeah, but so we got Ken here. So we can see Ken. I'm not going to play the audio or anything. It's a really weird video. So whoever's filming it is saying that they are cursing everybody and they're throwing dust on them. But you can see here, he's in the like OG garb. He's got the hair. It's the long blonde hair and the ponytail. He's got like the frayed edges.
We're not seeing that.
Oh, y'all aren't?
No, our screen hasn't shown
Oh.
So I don't know what you're doing, but
well,
seeing it.
let's
You need to share the right
tab.
tab.
It's because it opened another one. It opened another one.
I was just waiting for something to happen. And I was like, man,
me and Blaine were having a great time.
soon. He keeps clicking the play button.
Right. And Chris didn't think about it because he can see it. So, yeah. Here we go. Now y'all can see it. There we go. There you go. So yeah, you can see he's got the look. He's in the right garb. He's got the blonde hair. He's and there we saw his face for a second.
He looks like Cavill.
He kind of does a little bit,
kind of
slightly. Like now, the interesting thing here is this guy. If you see him not in this getup, the casting for Ken was odd. Like it didn't work. And I think he's like, I don't know if he's very Italian or Hispanic or what.
Yeah.
But he's got darker hair and all that. And Ken normally didn't. He was kind of the blonde guy. But also, I can't remember if that was part of it where he did kind of have like dyed blonde hair or if it was like
if it's backstory or anything. I have no
right.
idea.
I don't remember either. But he's totally got the look. You can see it here, and they're going like traditional with his look. So with Chun-Li here, we can't see a lot because she's wearing a jacket, but you can see a little bit here underneath of her actual. I guess like her actual outfit, and you can see it's got the booby cut out.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
The cleavage hole.
The cleavage hole, exactly, as we all call it. And
the window to the heart.
yeah, the window to the cans. But yeah, she's got that look, and she looks cute. She's got the hair. I think she's gonna fit the role from what I can tell. But we can't see her in the full costume. But she's got the look of it, and I'm glad that they're doing the hair with everybody.
Yeah.
And it's not. I don't know who this guy is or why they included that. But this is okay. This is what I was going to show you. So see the hair here.
Oh yeah.
It won't let me zoom in on that.
Yeah.
But so they're doing the proper wigs and hair on everybody. which is awesome. That makes me happy.
That's cool.
I hope that it is true to the original. If anybody has seen the 90s movie, then you know that that one wasn't exactly true to the true to the actual
Games.
Yeah. Really. I mean, so
Barely remember the games.
Yeah. I just
I
remember
think
going
I
down to
had-
Brazil.
I didn't have a lot. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of fighting games. I had Mortal Kombat 2, I think, and then Marvel versus Capcom, I think, was the other
nice.
fighter I had. But that was like it.
Right.
I don't remember having any other fighter games. So for me, this holds no nostalgia. Like they could completely mess. I do remember watching the 90s movie and being like, okay, it's fighting. I like Jean-Claude Van Damme, so I'm cool.
Right. Which in those were like when we were kids and they were cheesy and stupid, like we just didn't care. You know, it's like the Mortal Kombat
Yeah, I want
movie
to see a
was
cheesy fighting movie. I don't care how cheesy it is.
Right.
I don't care about the characters necessarily, but
right. I mean, it's not like kids are known for having like high taste or anything. It's
true.
Like, you know, so they'll love it. But yeah, I mean, you know, we'll see. I hope the Street Fighter is great. Also, Wasp, take it easy later. Glad you hopped in here. But yeah, and I see Fu Man Blue popped in. What's up? But yeah, I hope that this Street Fighter movie is great. And I'm not going to show anything on screen, but as far as news, I was going to ask you guys, just talking about, this is not movie show related, anything like that, but it is news. I am excited. Did you guys see the trailer for Wolverine?
No,
The game.
I have not.
no.
Okay. Well, the company who has been doing the Spider-Man games is doing a Wolverine game.
Nice.
And so they're doing that. The trailer has dropped, and there is controversy surrounding it, and that's kind of what I was going to talk to you all about. Now, granted, being that I guess I could technically pull it up. So neither one of y'all know anything about this Wolverine game at all?
No.
I'm trying to remember. I remember. Is it Insomniac?
Yes, it's Insomniac,
Yeah.
and so
Insomniac's made a lot of great games for
Right.
PlayStation.
right. Can you like what's their, because they have a pretty like
Well, there was that one where you had the superpowers, right? And that was their big like flagship on the PlayStation.
Infamous didn't.
Was
I didn't
that
think
that?
Insomniac did Infamous.
Did they not? For me, it was what Tony Hawk. I think there was. I think it was.
Yeah, that was Sucker
game.
Punch.
Was it
Sucker Punch did Infamous. Yeah, Sucker Punch did Infamous. But yeah, they've been doing the Spider-Man games recently, and they've done a lot of very popular games over the years. But I will go ahead and pull it up. We won't play it with audio or anything. But why I wanted to see it, I was just curious to y'all's reaction, because this has been a game that a lot of people have been very hesitant about, because I don't know if y'all know about Sweet Baby Inc. and all the stuff with all of the, I know Chris doesn't know because he never knows any of
You
this
just said 3 random words.
yeah,
so.
right. But yeah, essentially there is a company called Sweet Baby Inc. There are several others, and basically they're these companies that are created for no other reason than to push DEI and just essentially, for a lack of a better term, woke crap in the games. And they will get brought in as a separate contractor, and almost all of the games that these companies have been tied to, they have absolutely torpedoed and turned to total trash. Well, the interesting thing is that company was attached to this game. It sounds like Sony is separating themselves from them, and this game keeps seeming like it's in development hell a bit. And so my theory and hope is that they have been removing Sweet Baby and these companies from it. They're removing that crap because they know they're going to get flack, and they're just making a true to form, like, good game.
What kills me, so you have a game like this, based on, I'm assuming it's going to be based on some canon.
Right.
Some X-Men, Wolverine canon.
Right.
X-Men is already diverse.
Right.
From its creation, it was a diverse. And it is insane to me that they're like, oh, we have to bring in another company to make sure we're more diverse.
Right.
Just follow the script.
Right.
The X-Men are literally built on like
being
like,
diverse and being
fascism and being diverse and stuff. Like, it just kills me. Like,
well, and it's like you don't. That's the thing, is if you looked at like that, everybody didn't just instantly turn on the 90s X-Men, right? Yeah. Like, it's not like everybody was like, oh, it's woke now, because no, it's like you can stick to these old storylines. All this stuff is there. The foundation is there. You don't need to change it. You don't need to mess with it. Right. Just stick to it. But that's the problem, is that a lot of these companies are interjecting things that are even just outside of just typical DEI stuff. Yeah. They're messing with scripts. They're doing all kinds of stuff and really torpedoing this crap. So everybody's very worried, but I do want to show you guys, you two, the trailer, and we don't have to watch the whole thing, which is not very long, but I was honestly shocked at how Actually, we'll make that smaller. How true to form this is going to be. And it's kind of wild because they are going full-blown the hardest of ours.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like this
like
game.
Mortal Kombat level.
Yes. This game is going very brutal. Now, this is right now going to be PlayStation exclusive, but a lot of those have been coming to PC. So there's that. But they are going hyper gore, hyper violence. Like,
Jeez.
yeah, I was honestly
Heck yeah.
pretty shocked. Now, there's a lot of, like I said, the internet is kind of going wild right now because everybody was really worried about just the fact that this could be trash.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, I'm like, look, these studios are full of all kinds of employees. And I don't want to just boycott a whole game because a company was involved with something or a handful of people.
Yeah.
And especially, like, if it's good and I'm playing it and I say it's good and all that trash isn't in there, I'll encourage it. But if it's got the crap, I'm not going to not say it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the thing is I hope that, like, I'm just shocked at how brutal this game is. Like,
Yeah.
it is, I don't know the last time that I've seen a game this brutal, but that's the thing is if you're a Wolverine fan, then, or I mean, even just logic would tell you, if you know anything about the character, the dude's got claws on his hands. It ought to be, that was my problem with some of the early, like, X-Men stuff, is I'm like, you got Wolverine here,
Yeah.
and he can't do what Wolverine does. So, yeah, it looks absolutely brutal, and I'm excited for it. I hope it's great. It's definitely going to be one of those that I can't play in front of the kids.
Yeah.
You know,
for
it's
sure.
just going to be so brutal. But, and I did want to give a shout out to Couch Tater. He gave 5 Criticless Cast memberships. So to all those that do get the membership, welcome to the cult. You are now a cult member. So.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, welcome to the cult. You'll be getting all the stickers and all that stuff, and hopefully some new content just for the members only stuff as well. Hopefully, I can get at least like one or two video out a month. But yeah, and Couch Tater was pointing out X-Men Origins Wolverine Uncaged was brutal as well, and yeah, it was that game was actually much better than the movie was. So
Well, I mean, that's not saying a lot.
Right,
I wish
right.
I'd played the game. I did not.
Yeah, I've never played it either.
right, and what's going on, TG? Glad to have you in here. But yeah, I'm excited for this game, and y'all have seen some clips of it. Do y'all think it looks like something you'd be interested in playing? I mean.
Yeah, is it like a fighter game or is it just like a
No, I think it's like a
Fighting-
single player.
Like story driven. I'm hoping kind of more RPG-ish like the Spider-Man games are, but maybe rumor had it that what it was going to be was like multiple like smaller environments instead of like New York City for the Spider-Man games. It's like, you know, a chunk, like a town or like a, you know, a cityscape or a western deserty-scape and
Right.
like several different areas that are kind of separated.
what if it's Red Dead 2
Dude.
style?
Yeah.
That would be wild.
Just like a really
You're
big
just
environment.
walking around as
awesome.
Or
Wolverine.
honestly, kind of like
Hire me.
right. Seriously, yeah. Oh man, like
You just get a motorcycle and you get to ride around. You get
Exactly.
motorcycles and stuff.
An open world Wolverine.
I mean, they
game
showed
would
him
be
ride
dope.
motorcycles and stuff. Like, I think that's what this game's going to be. And if it is, don't make it suck. Please don't make it suck. Because that's going to be so cool. I mean, Wolverine's always been easily one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hope it's great. I really do. So, yeah. And KPU fan said, yeah, X23. Dude, if they did X23, I would be pissed. If they made a freaking X23 game, like
Right.
before a Wolverine game, you want to talk about the biggest freaking game boycott? Like, oh, we're not going to get a freaking proper Wolverine game first. We're going to get it. Now, I would not be surprised if this game's successful if they follow it up with an X23 game because kind of like how they did with Miles Morales.
Right.
Right.
You know, I could see that. But, you know, we'll see what they do with it. Hopefully it's great. Fingers crossed. But I am excited about these.
Well, he has another clone too, right? Dakin?
Oh, Dakin, his son. Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah,
they
a
could do-
Dakin
they
game could
do
be
a-
awesome.
They could do a Dakin and X23 game.
They-
Do like a Wolverine family game.
That could be really cool. And on top of that, they already check off a box because Dakin is Native American. So
There we go.
there you go. Already got that DEI box checked. So
Hire an Italian.
right.
That's all you got to do.
Exactly. So yeah, but those are the only real pieces of news that I was going to talk about. Normally we don't talk about games on here, but I did want to bring those up because I think the game looks awesome. The fact that it is going to be that brutal and over the top is really cool. I mean, I have hundreds of X-Men comics and they get so brutal, and it's kind of one of those things where if you're going to make a game, like, it has to be like this. You can't just show him slicing through people and they just like fall over and don't get chopped in half by the giant claws.
I'm curious to see where this will take place in his like story,
Right.
Because it looked like he's on his own. So is this kind of like he wakes up and like escapes the facility that turned him,
Right.
or gave him his animanium? and then that's how you level up because he's just like newly woken without his memories.
Right.
So he's just like
he's just becoming Wolverine.
Right.
I'm curious because the tech looked pretty advanced. So unless they were going to just make it like it just happened now, like in modern day, I'll be interested to see because that's the thing is like Wolverine's been around now. He did have bone claws early on, like so. I have no idea. My guess is. So I didn't show the whole trailer. Mystique is in this trailer, so clearly some like X-Men characters and stuff are going to be involved. That was the thing is part of why people were worried is very early on in the game there were some leaked character designs and it was just like a bunch of like women that looked like dudes and shit, and people were like, "God dang it! Like seriously, like that's what's going on here." Yeah,
if Rogue
better have a fat ass.
Thickums.
Yeah,
absolutely. So yeah, we will see what happens with that. I'm very interested. Fingers crossed Wolverine game's good. Fingers crossed Street Fighter is great.
Yeah.
I hope it's all good. I want all good stuff. I want to see, that's the thing. I don't want to see anybody fail. I want to see these companies that have great IP pivot from all this trash, stop pandering to people that aren't even buying these games, aren't even watching these movies, and just make stuff that's good. Tell stories that are good and interesting.
Dude, for real, because there's so many of these things like we love and they're the core of our beings.
Right.
And like I just want to add more things to my core of being that like I love.
Right.
It's new. Because I love finding something new and being like, I'm obsessed with this. I want to watch it like 30 times and like get things about it and like listen to songs about it and shit like that.
Right,
and
dig into the
it's
lore.
hard to do any of that with most of this more recent stuff.
Right. Because you just aren't getting
Why
excited.
we, like, hooked on so hard to Pacific Rim because we were like,
right.
This is so freaking cool.
Because you have bad taste.
Oh, get out of here. Get out of here.
Terrible taste.
Do we have the Pacific Rim sticker in there yet
No.
for you guys? Y'all need to use the Pacific Rim sticker. If we don't have one, we're going to make one so that anytime Chris talks, y'all can just spam him with Pac Rim stickers. So
I'll just close my eyes. Find a happy spot.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we are going to go ahead and move on. We're going to get into the water cooler. We will keep it slightly centered on myself. But yeah, we're going to do that. All right. So we've changed this to the water cooler section. We're kind of changing how we're doing this segment. Instead of talking about stuff we've been watching, we're just going to be talking about things that are coming out. This one is just I wouldn't normally take it there, but I did just get out of the movie, so I do kind of want to talk about One Battle After Another because I think people are going to be curious. I'm sure that some of you in the chat have heard about this movie and could potentially be interested. Now, granted, most of you, if you are kind of savvy about what's been happening in the world of late and just how a lot of films suck and kind of the just politic pushing in movies, if you were like me and you have seen the trailer for One Battle After Another, then your radar was probably going off already. I asked y'all before it started if y'all had heard about it. It's not like, Chris, you didn't know anything about this movie, right?
One Battle After Another? I don't think so. No. I like seeing a new Leo movie does sound familiar, but I couldn't. I don't know anything about it. Put it that way.
Okay. And Matt, same for you, right?
I saw the trailer, and if I remember right, it's like Leo's like an ex-criminal or like spec op who thought he escaped the life. That's what I think is criminal. Like he escaped the life of crime, and something happened, and like the FBI caught him or something, and he had to like get dragged back in with his old gang or something shit like that.
Right. So they were painting this movie in a way in which to hopefully not let it appear as hyper political as it is. I picked up on it pretty quick, and I could tell that they were hiding it.
Yeah.
And then, sure enough, that's what was happening. Which, granted, there is a clip in which Leonardo is, or Leo's going like "Viva la Revolution," and it's like okay, and it's like they played a lot of this stuff in the trailer as well for laughs. So you're like, maybe they're making fun of things.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not quite the serious film. Now, the other big thing that I told you guys about is that this is a Paul Thomas Anderson film. I have not been watching his new stuff, but Paul Thomas Anderson did Boogie Nights. He did There Will Be Blood. He did Magnolia. He did Inherent Vice. I did not like Inherent Vice. I have not honestly even seen a ton of his movies. He's been attached to a lot of movies over the recent years that I've not even been crazy about.
Oh wait, he was attached to the Dead Don't Die.
Yeah, he was that movie's horrendous.
All dislike.
He's been like Beau is Afraid, trash. Dead Don't Die, trash. So he's, in my opinion, his catalog has been going downhill. Now Magnolia
Punch
is
Drunk
my
Love is very good.
Punch Drunk Love, yeah, is considered one of his better ones for sure. Magnolia, I love. It is for a specific type of person. Yeah, There Will Be Blood as well. So like he did have some earlier films that are good. So this is kind of his next big one. And but then I also saw that it starred Sean Penn. Very
Red
political.
flag on the play.
Yep, exactly. Red flag there. But then we got Benicio del Toro, who's in this. So there were like some promising people in this as well. But I did just get out of the film. I have seen it. And my Dixie says, DiCaprio, no thanks. He is a avid DiCaprio hater to the point in which I have several DiCaprio gifts now downloaded on my phone just for him so that when he leaves reviews, I can respond with DiCaprio.
You would try to troll people like that?
Yeah. You gotta troll the users. You know, that's how it goes. So yeah, this movie. I'm just gonna say, and I haven't thought about my Criticless score exactly yet, but I have. Like I said, I got out of the movie before the show. It just came out tonight, and if I were to give a guess or review this with a Criticless scale right now, it's gonna be like right in here. It's gonna be in this range, like low bogus.
I hear you.
Now, the big thing to note here is that if you were to look on the rest of the interwebs, especially the site that we don't talk about around here, but we do talk about, you'll see that it has a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, almost 200 reviewers.
By almost 200 critics. So, yeah, if that paints a picture for y'all, I'm just going to go ahead and call it now. This is going to be, at least within some communities, considered to be the most overrated movie of the year.
Well, I saw we did have one other review, and it was a rad.
We do, and he so and it is
downvoted him yet.
Now I'm not going to downvote Crisco.
Oh, no.
I appreciate Crisco's opinions. He actually is kind of a bit in the critic sphere as well. But he gave it a very thorough review at a 75%. But if you take a look here, he did put it in the very left category. And he says one left talking point after another. So, but he's claimed that the story had universal appeal. That is where we are going to disagree. Because the problem is that the politics are the whole movie. There is no movie without the politics. Like they can't exist separately. It is the thing that kept coming to mind while watching this is you can dip a turd in gold, but it does not mean that there's not shit inside.
Prove it.
You gotta take a bite to find out.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna be biting through gold as well. So this is from a illustrious filmmaker, like we were talking about. He's done very well-made big movies, but that's the thing, is just because he did this, like, he is a competent filmmaker. This is a competently made film.
Yeah.
But I really disliked it.
So you think he'll do bogus because it was competently done, but you hated it? Or are you just going to be like, heinous, well done, but fuck this movie?
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to give it a heinous simply because, so my marker, and we've talked about this before, is that with the heinuses for me, really, it's like when it hits heinous territory, it is like, I'm mad that I'm sitting here.
Sure.
Like I am crawling out of my seat. I want to leave. Yeah. That's a heinous for me.
Yeah.
Almost always. Rarely is that not the case. With this, I was able to sit through it. Like I said, it's a competent film. It's a well enough made film, but the politics are like, it is leftist talking point after leftist talking point. He is literally, he might as well, like, it's a made up, basically terror organization of the left. It is, this whole movie is about them. It's kind of an Antifa-esque story.
So is it kind of like a post-Antifa member gets dragged back into Antifa work?
Kind of, but not, it's more, so the whole plot is he does all this stuff, leaves because they basically almost get caught, but the movement keeps going. He has a kid that he raises from his wife who was also in a member, and they basically the wife leaves and he has to raise the child alone. And so this is about, the child is now like 17 years old. He's kind of washed up, just been living, raising his daughter. And and then things get incited again. But the movie is in my opinion, it is a bad movie. And I don't even mean it from like just the wall-to-wall politics. It was just like there are just tons of conveniences, and there are contrived things that happen constantly. There was a lot of questions popping into my head about, oh my, like really that happened? Like how did this convenient thing happen?
Sure, it's one of those things where you can be like once in a movie,
right?
Twice,
Right.
Sure, but every other 5 minutes when something randomly, luckily happens, you're like, okay, out the window, what's going on here?
Right.
Especially if it's not a type of movie to where that's supposed to be expected. Like you're watching, Dungeons and Dragons or something.
Right.
Yeah, there's going to be ludicrous stuff.
It's mythical, it's whatever.
Yeah, this is supposed to be based in reality.
Well, and it is, but there's like this weird element of comedy that they were leaning into with it. And so the comedy didn't land. I laughed one time at one word that one person said. Literally. No, like that, I'm not even joking.
Is that a spoiler? Can you tell us what this one word was?
Penis.
Someone got called. Someone got called a semen demon, and I laughed.
Hell yeah!
And I was like,
"That's a good one."
Yeah, I laughed.
Respect.
And that was in the last like 5 minutes.
All right, you gotta,
right,
bust up that score 1 point.
Right, exactly. But so it's one of those things. Like if you were considering going to see one battle after another, know that this is like far left propaganda. All of the critics are going to pump this thing to the up to the roof. They're going to say it's the best thing ever. It is not. I think that there are some really messy things in this movie. I will do a solo review hopefully tomorrow for it. Just a more concise once my thoughts have kind of been gathered about it.
Yeah.
But I really didn't like it. But it was at least entertaining enough not to make me mad that I was watching it. But I also just really disliked it. There was just some weird, gross stuff in it. I mean, very early in the movie, there's like Sean Penn with a boner, like just stuff that I was just like, what is happening? Like, what is this movie?
Buy my tickets real quick.
Like, I was not happy with the film. So do not recommend one battle after another. At the very least, I would say maybe wait for home. It wasn't my bag. If you're into like hard left propaganda, then go ahead, have at it. But
would you say that it was well done as like cinematography?
Yes.
Like it's a good film. Like
exactly. Which is why I'm giving it the points that I'm giving it.
Sure.
And it's why the critics are over the moon about it, because like all that. But I will say there are some things, like I said, like yes, like cinematography, sound design, all of that stuff is good. But it does not mean that the story is like spot on or anything. Like it's messy. Like I said, like there's contrivances, there's things that just like are stupid that just I thought could have been like the story could have been told better. Things that weren't explained is like I just there was stupid shit in this movie. So some of that bothered me as well.
Yeah, it's so funny because some movies, can go like scene to scene, and you're like, okay, this all makes so much sense.
Right.
But then you have movies, for whatever reason, I guess it's bad storytelling is what gets but you're just sitting there watching the movie, and you're like, why? Like, there's just some movies you just nitpick.
Right.
And you're like, I don't know why I'm nitpicking this more than other movies. I mean, I don't know, but like,
right.
It just seems to happen. And it happens to me all the time. I'll just randomly be like, man, I'm now nitpicking the shit out of this movie. For no reason.
Right.
Sure.
And I'm not even someone who typically does that, but with this, Sean Penn's character is cartoonishly evil and stupid, and it's just like ridiculous. The movie is just ridiculous. They paint this is very much like a military, dumb, bad, white racist run the world. The saviors of Earth are these activists that are committing crime.
Sounds like the saviors of a white guy.
Yeah.
If it's Leo.
Well, no, Leo is not exactly. He's kind of a ding dong. He kind of was supposed to be, but he's also a ding dong, so they do lean into that.
Gotcha.
The real
the white guy not saving then.
It was mostly the black chicks. That is not. I'm not being sarcastic about that. They are the true heroes in this movie. So there's that. So but yeah, that is that is one battle after another. If you were looking into seeing it this weekend, I would just say beware. You're going to see a lot of high reviews, and it might not be what you think you're getting into. So it's and at JJ Happenstance sounds like the kind of movie made to appeal to people looking for a confirmation story as opposed to compelling stories, and I absolutely agree. That is the case with that one. So, I don't recommend it, and I'll be dropping a review tomorrow. You can look for it, drop it on the channel, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, I can get it out in the same day. But I think it's time, guys. I think it's time to talk about what the people came here for. Talk about the movie that they want to see. What you think?
Sounds...
All right, and we got Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. This was another one that I kind of threw to you guys semi last minute. And it was one of those that's kind of been on my radar. Matt has been saying for multiple weeks, he's like, we got to do something that the critics like. And
I've been saying that for months.
Yeah,
it's not even weeks.
It's true. It's been months.
And I think, who was it? Claire agreed with me.
Yeah.
I have some backing that we need to not only praise,
right,
we need to also tear down.
Well, and we can also, it just hasn't really happened yet where sometimes we might agree with the critics, you know what I mean? Where it's like a critics praise, audience hate it. And I keep being curious about when that's going to happen. It just hasn't happened.
And whenever
yet,
we watch
really.
The Last Jedi, we all love that movie.
I think we all voted to never rewatch that movie together.
Yeah, I think we
I'll
did.
do it for the channel. I'll do it for the channel.
Listen.
Don't start this, Matt. Nobody asked for this.
Here's
You're
the
just
deal.
prodding people
Yeah.
into making us watch this movie.
If we get enough uproar and people tell Blaine we need to do it enough.
Here's the deal.
Episode 8 and episode 9 together.
So moving on.
Yeah, seriously.
We're moving into this review, right?
The long and short of it is, if we are freaking reviewing any of the modern Star Wars films, it's going to be because you guys super chatted it and demanded it. Because unless there's money involved, I'm not watching the freaking Last Jedi again. I'm not doing it.
How much are we talking?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's throw out a number.
See, exactly. My Dixie's like, I will not watch it again either.
But would you watch us
talk about
shit
it?
about it?
Yeah, well, that's the problem with that movie, is I know that you want to do it. The problem is that everybody has already done it so much that no one wants anybody to do it anymore.
No, I mean, we're new to this scene. Maybe they want to hear our thoughts.
I don't know that they want it. I don't know that they want it that bad.
What if we love it after rewatching it?
Right. Yeah.
That would be
that
Hearts have
would
changed.
Yeah.
The DEI's finally worked.
I can tell you this: if that happened, we would lose all of our viewers. So there is also that. But so yeah, like I mentioned, today we are going to be talking about Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow, and this is one of those movies that has just kind of, like I said early in the intro, it got lost to time. And I think even when it came out, people really didn't see it. A lot of people missed it. We didn't even get to talk about if any of us had seen it like outside of the show, because I was just kind of like, hey, this is what we're watching. I threw it out there to everybody, and they said they wanted to see it, and so that's what's happening. And so we are currently on Criticless, as you can see, sitting at a 51% on our audience score.
Yeah.
And that's by 15 of you guys. So some of y'all did come in and watch it and review it and all that.
Yeah,
oh, apparently
that's
I
awesome,
need to
guys.
refresh it as well. So I will do that. I'm seeing CampU fan saying to refresh it. Yep. So we got a new review, and I'm guessing it's lower. Yep. Yep. There we go. So probably Toxic and CampU also both reviewed it as well. So we do have some reviews coming in from you guys, and we will definitely talk about these in a few minutes. And I've been trying to like them. So yeah, we're all the way at 16 now, and we will let y'all know our opinions. Now, Jake Sandley said that this was a good suggestion, and I appreciate it, Jake. I'm glad you're happy with it. And I hope everybody else isn't totally regretting watching this if they did end up rewatching it for the show. But yeah, so this movie is directed by Kerry Corrin. Now, the interesting thing about Kerry Corrin, if you were to take a look, and he did write and direct this. It's the only movie he has done.
Wow.
This is the only film he's ever done.
All right.
And the other one was a 5-minute short film. So
with the same title.
Yes.
How?
How? And so this movie had a $70 million budget, so not an insane, which isn't technically insane.
In 2004?
Yeah, that is 2004 money. It's a substantial amount.
Like Society collapsed in 2008. Like, that's a pretty good chunk.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And with this movie, the only one he yep, exactly.
Burn.
Yes, big burn there. And so I found that interesting. I didn't realize that he had never done anything else. And actually, Bookstore Thor is a bit of an expert on this movie. He didn't see it till way later and actually fell in love with it. He was excited about us reviewing this. He early on reviewed it in Criticless quite some time ago, actually back in 2023, and he gave it a 75%. So we'll be talking about his review as well, and he's part of actually what put this kind of on my radar. So I'm like, that might be one to talk about, and this was more loved by the critics than the general audiences. If I remember right, if we were to come down here, you can go to the list section on Criticless if you didn't know that this list section is here, and I put it in our critic loved, audience hated, And so it is in that category for us. And actually, funny enough, Licorice Pizza is the most recent movie by the director that we were just talking about previously. So let's take a look here. This was a 71% by critics and a 46% by audience. So not a massive divide, but still a divide. Still higher as far as Rotten Tomatoes goes. And typically when that is the case, it's an even wider divide on Criticless. I've seen that tends to line up.
Yeah.
Like with things like Last Jedi even and some of these others. It tends to be, if it's on the lower end on Rotten Tomatoes with their audience, then it's on the much lower end on Criticless.
Which we're pretty close right now. You know, it's
right.
What we're at 50 and
right. We're kind of almost in the middle. So, we got a 20 by Quagmire. We got to get into this, and I know exactly what this has to do with. I am pretty sure. Quagmire, good to see you back in here. He said, "Sorry, I haven't been harassing you about your heavy metal takes. Finally got my first check from my new CDL job. Congratulations,
dude.
Yeah, that's awesome. So here it is. Blaine probably took half of the bottle of Tylenol.
I get that reference. For once.
Yeah, Chris gets a reference.
Yeah, nice. He gets one.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is going to be a new insult going forward for quite some time, is that you're somebody that drank or your mama drank the Tylenol or ate the Tylenol before having you. It's definitely going to be one that's going to come up a lot. And I did see your comment on Main Event as well, dude. I appreciate it. Obviously, I'm not running the chat in there, but thanks, bro. And good to see you in here. Thanks for the 20. Also, I stick to my 29 or 69, not 29. That would be terrible. Sorry. But yeah, I stick to the 69. Who knows? Maybe one of these days we'll review it on here. We'll talk about it maybe. And which I'm pushing for us to talk about it on Monday Hangover and get Dan Vasky in. He said he would review it on the show.
Okay.
So that could potentially happen. But yeah, congrats on the CDL job. You know I know all about that life, brother. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that it really sticks for you. I'm curious to see kind of what kind of driving and everything you're doing, because I was, as everyone knows, I was hauling cock. So the frozen chicken, that is. I was hauling frozen chicken, and it was very heavy, and I was not a fan. So yeah, but yeah, good luck with all that. And yeah, my wife is talking crap now as well. Yeah. Yep. Try for my heads. But yes, so back to Sky Captain here. I am curious to hear y'all's thoughts. I'm pretty sure Chris saw this back in the day.
I did.
So yeah, and I did as well. Matt, had you seen this?
Yes.
You had?
Actually, early on when Zena and I were dating, we did a double feature of this and Iron Sky. Funny enough. Interesting. Which I don't know if you guys remember Iron Sky.
So that's the one that a lot of people were saying that they were confusing this and that.
Yes, because they're both black and white and kind of like that old feel, but also
noir-esque.
Yeah, Iron Sky is more as there's Nazis on the moon.
And it's rated R, correct?
Yes. And the Nazis on the moon have been there since the end of World War II, and they're coming to Earth. So a little different in the stories, but in my mind, I always thought they were like
the same movie.
Story. But that was like, wow, 2011, 2012.
Right.
When I saw it. So.
And it pulls from the same kind of vibe, but Iron Sky is definitely more of like a B, C tier movie versus this one, which was a higher budget, big studio, big actors kind of a scenario. And of course, I totally left the movie here. We'll see if it actually goes back to it. Yeah, it did. So yeah, but with Sky Captain, the other big thing to know, if you don't know, and we are in the spoiler-free section, is that this was one of the very first, I think actually Bookstore Thor told me, the very first completely green-screened film from start to finish. So there was that. Now, my memory of this was kind of hazy. I didn't remember being over the moon about it. I didn't really remember a whole lot. I just remembered it coming out and seeing it. There's a good chance Chris and I saw it together back then.
Yeah, I remembered nothing about this movie. It was like a fresh take this time around.
Yeah, same. I remembered basically nothing except that it was like a black and white movie.
Yeah.
Except for it wasn't.
And Later Bookstore, glad to have you in here, man. Sorry that you couldn't make it for the actual review itself. I know that you were excited about us talking about this one, so hopefully you'll pop back in and check it out. But yeah, this movie. So first, what we'll do, we'll get into our spoiler-free discussion here, and then we'll really dig into more of our thoughts on it. And I'm curious to see with you guys in the chat and then everybody down below if we are aligning on this movie at all, or if we're all in left field, or whether we agree with the critics or don't. All of that, I am very curious, and I've actually even written my review, and we'll post it with the score as we are doing this, and while y'all are kind of talking, I'll go ahead and get it up. So I'll go ahead and get it up. So whichever one of y'all want to start, feel free to.
Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and talk on it. Yeah, so like I said, I have seen it before, but could not remember anything about it other than Jude Law was in it.
Right.
That was it.
And this was back in like peak Jude Law.
Yeah, which I did not enjoy Jude Law back then.
Really?
I have grown to appreciate Jude Law.
Interesting.
I see his beauty now. Before, I just didn't
The
think.
strong jawline and everything.
Yeah,
Right.
didn't find him attractive for whatever reason. Now, sure, I get it. It's cool.
Because that's why you got to like actors, is if
It's all about physical attraction, of course.
Especially if it's a man.
Yeah,
obviously.
obviously. I think Brad Pitt's number one.
Well, I mean, of course.
But this movie, man, it was not my cup of tea at all. Like, I appreciate what they were going for. The whole, like, comic book from the 50s, basically, is
Right.
what it was. Trying to recreate that same nostalgia, I guess. But it did not land. The green screen, brother, I didn't know that the whole thing was, but I knew. Like, I was like, is everything green screen in this?
Right.
And in
I
fact, it
wasn't
was.
Sure, if you'd be like, okay, it's fine, it's all green
Because
screen.
it's all green
You'd
screen.
be so offended by it because you hate green screen.
Because that,
Yeah.
well, and the other big thing
Bad.
about Chris is he hates bad CG.
Yeah.
And especially if it's green screen. Now, I have a weird thing here where I hate bad green screen, but I can handle certain types of CG if it's bad. But when it's rough green screen is where the rubber meets the road usually, especially in a newer film. And I'm like, green screen. Like,
Yeah.
But this is the whole film. So
Yeah, which is
on
wild.
a criticless scale, have you thought much about how you're going to rank this? I mean, you said it didn't, resonate with you. You
for
didn't like
number?
it a lot, but like as
Yeah.
far as a score, like you didn't like it, but like, did you hate it? Were you like, was it a visceral emotion that this gave you, or?
Man, I'd probably put it in the 40s, probably, where I would
Right.
go. Somewhere
That's
like
a low decent.
low 40s, like
Yeah.
43
Okay. 43.
to be precise.
That's very interesting.
43.
43. So a decent, the very low decent. It's
Well,
not
that
like,
feels bad now. No, because
You're
I think
right,
it
you're
needs to go down.
down.
into- yeah, it needs
maybe
to go
maybe
in-
like a upper.
yeah, 39.
Okay.
Is that right?
39. Yeah.
Does that
Yeah.
fit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
That's
do
a
39.
That's a bogus.
That's a number.
So yeah. The highest of, and my Dixie's telling you too high. So, but
Well,
yeah.
I fixed it.
And bookstore's going to be disappointed, but at least you do have it in that bogus range, and that more aligns kind of with what you were saying as well. Is that
Yeah. No, it's bad. Yeah, the more I think about it, yeah, because like watching it, kind of like I appreciate what they were trying to do. Very poorly executed. So, but yeah, no, I think 39 is probably where I'm just.
I like what TG said.
Yeah.
Said I wouldn't fist fight the film, but I'd ask him to leave the house.
That's great.
That's a good metric. Maybe that needs to be a critical slider. Like fist fight the movie, or like give it a hug. Kiss it on
Yeah.
its mouth,
Right.
with some tongue. Like where are
Open
we
mouth
at?
kissing. Yeah.
I like that.
Ass to mouth?
Yeah, nah,
Never
no,
ask
no,
that.
never go
Never.
ask him.
No
Never.
Unisemped?
I like that. So yeah, so you're in that upper bogus, but did not like this movie, and we'll get into the nitty gritty. Matt, where you at with it?
I'm actually very close to where you are, Chris. I still think it's a decent for me because I appreciate where they were going with it. Like I appreciate the noir and the feel of the movie.
Right.
So I think I'm like in a 43 or 44-ish percentage, somewhere around there. Like it was fine. It was fine. That's my thing. It was literally.
It was fine.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Right,
I will
was
probably
decent.
forget this movie
right.
like I did
the
15
first
years
time you
ago.
saw it.
Yeah, the first time I watched this movie.
Right.
And this is never going to be a movie I'm.
No, we're getting on 20 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
It's
It's over 20 years.
No, I
No,
watched
not
it in
yet.
2011.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant when it came out.
well, when you saw it, which is still not.
2011, 2012.
Yeah, it's over 20 years now.
21.
Now, yeah.
Right.
I can do math.
I thought it was 2007 for some
Oh,
reason.
gotcha.
But yeah, so 2004 still, yeah, math.
Yeah. So for me, like I said, it's just like a low decent.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
which is very
So-
interesting.
What we're saying here is that this movie's on the same level as Jaws. That's really kind of what we're getting down to.
yeah, this is it's
This movie,
it's almost as good. It's
it's
like
in the same category.
slightly worse than Jaws, is what we're saying. At least what you two are saying.
Hey,
Oh no! Blaine, please tell us this is better than Jaws.
That would be really funny.
No, yeah, do it.
No, so actually,
what's your
funny enough,
score?
I'll go ahead and pull up my score here. I love how everybody judges everything else that I score now as to how it compares
It's
to
a
the
hilarious
Jaws.
spectrum to put it.
It
on.
really is, and it really does make it difficult sometimes where I have to look at that and I'm like, where does this come?
Yeah.
Can I defend this argument
right,
anymore?
right. Can I defend myself with this score? Like, where does it rank with Jaws?
You know what? You got to stick to your guns and just lower everything else.
Right.
Whatever this is, take it down 10 notches.
So
you know?
all my movie scores are just super low.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
maybe
ends
that's
up where nothing is higher than Jaws, and you end up
Right.
being like, well, Jaws is actually the best movie.
It's still decent, but it's better than everything else.
50% lower.
that would be great. Yeah. But Pacific Rim's still at 100%. Everything else, just like Jaws, are lower. So that makes sense. So funny enough, Matt, with your score given here, here you go. You're welcome. We are at the exact same score, actually.
Nice.
So yeah, we're right there together. I am going to give this movie a 42%, a decent.
And that was my gut reaction.
That was the points that you said to begin with as well.
I do have to go down.
So yeah. So
On the ladies.
Do you though? Do you though? No.
Yes.
But, yeah. So hey, listen, we don't talk about Airplane. Don't bring Airplane into this. We don't need any more.
Jaws is superseded Airplane. At this point.
It is.
I like it because
Yeah.
my review is just as bad for Airplane as yours.
Right.
But you're still the only one that gets
You hear that,
They've
Blaine?
let
Yeah.
that shit slide at least. Now Jaws is your new.
It's true.
You, Blaine,
Yeah.
and Matt, Mr. Doesn't Understand Humor,
Yeah.
have put Airplane at the. Y'all are relating.
I know that's really.
Wow,
like,
what does that
me
say
and
about
Matt
Blaine?
agreeing on a comedy movie is a bad sign.
Yeah.
Like a really bad
because
sign.
Airplane isn't actually funny.
I'm not going to say anything about that movie.
Leslie Nielsen is a national.
He is.
It really isn't though. If you go
I
back
mean,
and watch like,
I will
Naked Gun and stuff
literally
like that,
fight
they're
you
not
right
fun-
now.
They're not funny.
I will.
Dude, they're
I'll punch you right in
not
the
funny
face.
anymore.
Feel free to come after Matt. I would love for Matt to be the new
Holy
target
moly.
of all of everyone's ire.
I'm not on 20 different shows a week, so my ire will literally be one time a week, and I'll just laugh along with everybody.
Yeah, very true, very true. So, yeah, I think this movie is totally fine. I didn't hate it. Like, it didn't make me mad. It's not like... So, the thing is, honestly, that 42%, most of it, to be completely and totally fair, kind of comes from me throwing this movie a little bit of a bone. And I feel like y'all are kind of in the same camp.
Sure.
It's kind of one of those things where you almost have to kind of admire it for what it tries to do, right?
Yeah.
Like that is kind of my thing with this movie, where it's admirable. Like I feel like it earns points for just trying. I just think that the tech wasn't there yet. I think he needed some guidance. I think one of the things that could have helped this movie drastically even was if he was to mix in more practical sets and real environment, real world, like practical effects, practical sets, and put some of that in there with all of the green screen.
Yeah, dude. It cracked me up. Like, it got to a point, like, there was a scene, like, the smallest of frames of them emerging from the jungle.
Right.
It was them pushing away some leaves.
Right.
Green screen.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you couldn't have, like,
bought
just
some
walked
leaves?
to your backyard and filmed them coming out of the woods.
Right.
No, you had to have a CG team superimpose this.
Yeah.
Like,
it's kind of
excessive.
wild.
It feels like he was just, like, going for a record or something.
Yeah, right.
I would love to see pictures of the set.
Yeah, it's a
Because
screen, a green
Probably
screen.
just all screen and them just like going like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
no, look.
It had to have been so difficult to act to this movie back then.
Oh, yeah.
So difficult. Like, they almost need props just for acting to this movie.
So difficult, it was bad, some would say,
Right.
in
Well,
this
I'm
movie.
I'm assuming the plane was a prop when they were in it, the cockpit.
I guess
Yes, the
that's sad.
cockpit I think was.
Like third of the movie was in the cockpit.
Right. Yeah.
quarter of
And
it?
I will say there are some scenes where the CG and stuff worked. Honestly, the bit that worked for me the best were the moments when they were underwater. There was a really cool bit where they were underwater and they were fighting like these like underwater mech things and they were flying airplanes underwater. I thought that looked cool, but I'm like, it's because it's all CG.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing is just CG, at least. There's not real people on a green screen thrown into this.
Yeah.
And with tech that just can't keep up.
And you were saying that it would make it better if they implemented more real world props or sets or something.
Right.
Well, I think the direction they should have went with this is animated. This movie would be dope
Animated. Oh, this movie would have been phenomenal
Right.
animated.
This is the perfect movie for animation. Make
and
it like
keep everything the same.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it was borderline animated already.
exactly like why not? I mean, it feels like just such a better route to have gone, and
Right.
you wouldn't run into the acting issues. But yeah, that's my fix for it.
But you want to see their pretty faces.
Right. And so I will say to the chat, if you want to see this, actually, I just found it, and we can put the link in the chat. I'll present it. I did actually find, since Matt brought it up, there is an entire like hour and 18-minute documentary basically of how they filmed this movie, so you can see it in action. You can see what sets were real, you can see what was really happening, and this is probably pretty cool. They're showing how they imposed them on top of it. They talk about it. This is a legit making of documentary because it was a feat at the time, and I think there were a whole lot of like hand-drawn environments and things like that. All of that is pretty interesting.
Look at that CRT monitor.
Right. I mean, they were doing this on CRT, screens back then. Like, that's the thing. And what they were doing.
Nice
Perfect freeze frame there. What they were doing was extremely ambitious, is the thing. This is a very ambitious movie.
And that's the thing. Like, not knowing that, I can still feel the work they put into it. And it feels like the 50s, and that's where I don't think I could go lower than a decent, because it just feels
right
a certain type of way. And a lot of movies you don't feel that nowadays.
Right.
And you can just tell that they put a lot of work into this movie. Yeah, some of the acting is really bad, and like somebody seemed to come zoned out to her day job on multiple scenes, and that some of it's a little wonky with the green screen, but there's just something about it just feels. I don't know, some sort of like Hollywood magic or something about it.
Right. And yeah, it is. I think with one of the things that makes this movie actually still kind of work is the lighting. The lighting in this movie is phenomenal. It is excellent lighting, especially for the fact that they weren't on real sets, and the way that like there are moments when light is shining through hair and different things, and you're like, you know that the things in the background aren't real, but it just looks so cool with how they lit their faces, and it fits that noir vibe, and very similar to that is Caveat Ty's kind of bread and butter. He loves the noir stuff, but he said that this didn't interest him, so I don't know if he reviewed it. And actually, we've got a stagehand here in the chat as well. What's going on? I pulled up your comment a minute ago. I'd be interested to hear kind of commentary from someone that has worked on films to watch this and kind of sit back and think about the technical aspects of it, because at the time it had to have been pretty difficult to make this movie.
Yep.
And that is the thing with the score here from us. And I think in my review, I put why I think that it scored highly for critics is that they were scoring it higher also just for like ambition. This was a ambitious project for them to do.
And that's why I'm giving it a 42% and not like a 25%.
Yeah.
I'm also scoring for it.
True.
Right, because I think that this is it is a very interesting film. I think that even just with the ambition as far as how the things that are in the film, as far as just a lot of creativity went into it. There's like almost this kind of Atlantis vibe when they're in the underwater scene, and you're like, oh, that's where they set up this camp and stuff. And then like where the villain is located, they go underwater and then pop out in this like almost kind of a Jurassic Park type of area, and that was super neat. Like there are really cool concepts and ideas happening here, and I even like how with like the robots, they looked cheesy and lame, like if someone from that pulpy time period, like
War of the Worlds, looking, yeah.
The homage was very clear. They wore it on their sleeves. The pulpiness of it was very cool. And I did really enjoy that. And I think that all of that was pretty impressive. There was a lot of creativity involved here, but there's also some story issues. And some of that is actually involved with some of the reviews that we have in the app of people talking about the story as well. So I do want to touch on some of their reviews because For the Users actually reviewed this, and one of her complaints, it will, I think, probably resonate with most of the people that saw this.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it. That's one of the issues with this movie that I couldn't put my finger on because I was so distracted by all the green screens. So there are other issues with the movie. But I think that it does, there was decent acting in it. Like, were y'all? No, you didn't even like the acting?
I would say subpar.
Really? From everybody or just from? Because I thought what's his face was still good.
Jude Law.
I thought Jude Law was pretty
He
good.
was okay. He was the
liked Jude
best.
Law. He was the best part of the
I
entire
thought
movie.
I thought so too. Angelina Jolie, or I mean not Angelina Jolie. Gwyneth Paltrow was dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was poorly acting then almost the entire. There was a couple times
Right.
when I was like, okay, she finally showed some emotion.
Yeah.
But the majority of her acting
It was wooden.
was wooden and
It was one note the
Yeah.
like entire time.
Like, oh no.
I
Yeah.
kept thinking she's trying to like portray a certain type of person, maybe based on old pulps
Right.
that I hadn't like
Yeah.
read or like old noir movies. But even then, it's always like the damsel in distress and stuff like that, and that was not this case.
No.
Right.
So I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm curious to dig into that more in a minute. I do want to pull up. We got a $5 from Couch Tater. Thanks,
Back
really
at it.
appreciate it, brother. So he said the only fun fact I remember from this movie was Lawrence Oliver being credited in this movie 13 years after his death. That is really neat.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with Lawrence Oliver,
I
but
was about to say I have no idea.
yeah, that is interesting. But yeah, this man, I struggle with it because I think with a little bit of help, and especially with this being Cary Curran's first movie and it being so ambitious.
Yeah. 70 mil.
Yeah. If he had, I think if he had typically you don't want too many cooks, but it's like if there had been like one or two more cooks in the kitchen,
Yeah.
I think it could have played in his favor.
I mean, look, it would have been 69 million if he just filmed that one scene of parting from a woods, not with a green screen.
Right.
Probably saved him a pretty penny.
Right. Yeah, that there were just certain scenes where it was like while I was watching it, I was like, y'all didn't have to do that green screen. Like you could have.
Yep.
But I don't know if it's that they wanted.
I think they just wanted the feel.
Right.
That it was all
Yeah.
because it does add a certain feel to it, not having any like real sets. It definitely puts it in this like different era.
Yeah.
Where if you had a set, I mean, yeah, it kind of might still have that feel, but like you said, I think they were just going for this complete like ethereal kind of like alternative world feel.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
I honestly think that they overdid the glow. Like I know what they were trying to go for with the
Yeah.
black and white style.
Well, yeah, it was
I think
almost
it was honestly
like tan.
overdone.
Yeah, there was a point where I was like, I'm tired of this movie being the color
It's
that
fuzzy
it is.
everywhere. It's just everything has a haze to it.
Yeah, it
constantly.
kinda did.
Not like in the black and white movies. There's some super crisp,
Yeah.
shots where I honestly think that it looks better quality than nowadays movies.
Right.
But they did have that haze for certain shots. So I think it was just overdone in my opinion. So I
Right.
understand what they were going for.
Yeah,
Blah,
it's
blah,
kind of
blah,
like
but
having like a film grain thing on a film for the entire time.
always
where
turn
you're
that on.
like,
Video games,
Yeah.
motion blur,
Yep.
grain,
Yep.
and screen shake. All those instantly go off.
Yeah,
Every
turn 'em
single
off.
game. First thing I do.
Yeah, I don't
Don't
blame
like
you.
it.
And we do have really old movies here in the chat. I wanted to pop up his as well because if y'all aren't familiar with his channel, definitely go follow him. He does great stuff. But really old movies. He said he hadn't seen it in a while. He saw it in theaters, but remembered loving it back when. And that makes sense too, where it's like he likes older movies. This is a very much an homage. Like,
Yeah.
And I could see people like that just being that we even appreciate it for what it is. Like I could see people like, because that's the thing. If you can remove having the issue of nothing being tangible, because that was always my biggest issue watching this was just nothing feels real. Nothing feels tangible. Nothing feels real constantly. An explosion happens. Okay. That didn't happen where they were located. There's not like, they're not interacting with smoke. They're not interacting with real things in the real world. So you're just like,
Yeah.
and that's kind of where it kept hitting for me. And that was kind of the problem is that like,
Yeah,
you could
I
tell.
didn't feel that at all.
Really?
Yeah.
See, and
it was also super unbelievable, a lot of things. And it wasn't
Those
like
giant robots.
Right.
No, not that.
New York,
I'm talking
I
about
mean-
physics. Like the first time you see his plane go into the water, cool, awesome. Didn't change the shape of his plane at all. All he did was tuck in his prop blades.
right.
Excuse me. And then all the alien robots or whatever blew up. Like it's just physics. Like that's not like super tech. Like he made his ship into a diamond, so it's more it pierces the water.
Right.
It's just like these same similarly shaped objects
Yeah.
are hitting the water at the same speed. But the plane that tucks in its propellers is fine, and
Right.
these other robots aren't.
Obviously,
it's just like,
his was specially
Dude.
made to not explode.
Yeah.
yeah,
I kept thinking about that too, and I kept every time the plane crashed into the water, I'm like, that thing would be ripped to shreds. Like,
it's
Made
just
out of special material, guys.
yeah, which they didn't go over at all. But
Right.
it's I think it's that kind of level of unbelievability where it breaks the bounds of physics,
Right.
But you still hold it for certain things. But I don't know. That bothered me more than
Right, where you're just like, this is impossible. But at the same time, that's where my head, I'm just kind of like, hey, this is a fantasy movie. It's pulpy. It's made to be kind of, there's a goofiness to it. Like, it's supposed to feel like an old, pulp comic magazine. Like, and so I kind of embraced a lot of that stuff. But there are definitely some story issues. And I guess one of the things, we really just dove into the nitty gritty. We didn't even really talk about what this movie's about, but also kind of like, what is this movie about? So, like, there's also that, because the thing is, it's like, there's this guy, Sky Captain. Why is he Sky Captain?
Joe.
It's
the only thing he's known as.
Joe, Sky Captain, is Sky Captain. Why is he Sky Captain? We don't know. He just is. He's a superhero guy, kind of, but like military superhigh guy.
He's a mercenary.
Yeah,
because they were like, we have to hire him. We have to go to him.
Yeah, he's got his own army.
He has his own army thing. Yeah. Why is that allowed to happen? How have they grown to this? Where do they get their money from? So like, there's a lot of these things that are not in this story, and so there's a lot of details that we don't really know. You're just kind of thrust into the story, and you're like, hey, there's this guy, Sky Captain. He stops bad guys. That's what he does. Yeah. We're in this semi-retro futuristic world. I actually heard this referenced as diesel punk, which is something I've never heard of, but this is apparently diesel punk.
I have a diesel punk list on Spotify because I really like diesel punk.
Yeah, and as TG said, this would have made a fantastic video game. This would be a super cool video game. It kind of made me think about Wolfenstein a little bit. Now, I will say, before we get into spoilers as well, one thing that I actually liked a lot about this, because I was worried, and then I was glad they didn't do it, is I was like, oh, here we go. This is another movie about fighting Nazis. Like, because I'm so burnt out. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't want to see another fucking movie about people fighting Nazis. There's just been so many. I just don't care anymore. Like, I get it.
They teetered on it.
They did.
Germans were involved.
Right.
World War II was involved.
Yeah. And it's, the German and all that stuff. I was like, oh, that's what this is going to be. And I was actually glad that they didn't go that route. And it's just kind of like, they tiptoed around it. And he's just kind of like, this guy might be, it's clear he's into, probably like some like the genetics stuff, the kind of like eugenics type stuff a little bit with where the plot went, but he still didn't fully go there. But
it was humanity bad.
Yes,
well, never mind. We're getting into spoilers.
Right, exactly, into spoilers. But yeah, so no, sorry. I saw this last comment. I was trying to read that word, the right there. Sennhauser. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, this is a Shure.
Yeah, we're using Shures.
Yeah, we are using Shures, which we have had a lot of. We've been fighting these mics and our soundboard for quite some time, due to how they have these work with our soundboard and all that. But anyways, all of our audience knows about us fighting with our sound over the years. But
our technical issues of the decade.
Yeah. And none of us are sound engineers, so there's that as well for having a studio like this. But anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and get into spoilers for all you guys that want to get into the nitty gritty. For those who have not seen this, there will be spoilers. I will say, for this movie, I don't know that spoilers matter that much.
Nah, not that important.
Not really.
Yeah, they just really don't. You're kind of along for the ride with this movie. Like, you're either going to be on board for the spectacle and the look and the vibe, or you're not. That's kind of the thing. Because of how this movie plays out and where it goes, I don't even exactly know what the whole objective of this movie was. We'll get into that. I mean,
save the world.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, we'll do the spoilers. I got a tickly mustache hair. You guys ever get those where you got a mustache hair that's just like going inside of your nose?
Yep.
You have to get those. You're beardy.
I always have a beard.
You're beardy.
Right. Yeah, mine. Sometimes they will just.
I think we just have long nose hairs.
Maybe
that's the problem.
No, I try to keep nose hairs trimmed. I can't handle long nose hairs. That will drive me mad.
They're so painful too.
Yeah.
Something hits different about tweezing nose hairs.
Oh God,
man.
no! You got to get one of those nose razor things where you stick it up there and you just,
the buzzer.
That makes
the
my
buzzer.
skin crawl.
Really?
The idea of doing that.
Yeah.
Buzzing it?
Yeah, buzzing your nose hairs.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It's a weird.
It's like a weird thing.
It doesn't feel good.
I've never done that.
You've never done. You don't. Oh, do you like scissors up there? You just don't trim your nose hair?
He doesn't have nose hairs. That's why he doesn't get the tickle.
That's why I would.
Funny?
I would have. I would be like a walrus.
You know what's funny? Literally just a minute ago, I pulled out a nose hair.
No,
Which is the
see?
weirdest thing. Where
We've
I
never
just
talked
dropped it
about
on the
nose hairs
floor.
on this show
Yeah,
ever.
I was like, oh, Blaine's talking. Oh, look, a nose hair. Dropped it, and now here we are talking about nose hairs and how much. It hurts
See,
pulling
there's
out.
something in the air.
Yep.
Nose hairs.
Nose hairs.
It's what's
Yeah, my
clearly.
nose hairs.
It's floating around here somewhere. Gross. Disgusting. So, but yes. So this movie, yes,
These
and
are the
story.
spoilers you're
The
looking
spoilers, Yes,
for.
we're in the spoilers. These are the spoilers you were looking for. All right, so I'm going to pull up everybody else's reviews. I keep presenting different screens, so I have no idea what is happening anymore. So here we go. Here's the proper screen, and then we'll get it in the right view here. So I'm getting into y'all's reviews. Oh, nope. Every time I go in that review or that view. All right, so like I said, I am going to refresh one more time just to make sure nobody else has dropped any. But we've got your Criticless scores. We have
gone down.
Yeah, the score is going down as we speak. It is currently at a 49%.
Oh yeah, it was at a 50 earlier.
Yep, it was at a
51 when we first
started.
looked
So
at it.
it's going down point by point. So we have some more. So if you like this movie and you have not reviewed it in Criticless yet and you want to get the score up, then go ahead and drop your review now. And if you are watching and are not a Criticless user or member, it's free. It's a free app. We're in Android or Apple app stores, or we are a website as well. So you can go to criticless.com, both of which are a great place to be, great communities, and you can review and watch or review things after you've seen them, whether it be movies, TV shows, and just join some communities, some groups in the app, make some lists, all that fun stuff. So definitely do that. But yeah, so we got Campy U Fan here. He gave it a 34%. We've got Probably Toxic as well with a 35%. So Campy U's basically just said decent visuals, horrible story. And so that's the big thing here that I do want to dig into some with the story. But Probably Toxic as well. Said it's more plot hole than plot. And yeah. And I've also seen people say style over substance. I think I put that as well in my review. So yes, that as well. Now Wine Fiend dropped her review and she's higher than all of us. She gave it a 59%.
Well, so I'm gonna put her on blast.
Yeah,
because she fell asleep for at least 10 minutes during this movie.
Judge.
So 59%. It seems like she slept through 10 minutes.
So was that at the end or where?
No, it was in the middle.
But I mean,
woke up and she was like, "Did I miss anything?" And I was like, "I don't know." And she was like, "I don't think I missed anything. Who's that guy?" And I was just like, "That's their
Sky
translator."
Captain.
And she was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. That's Sky Captain. You've been asleep for the whole film. 59%. But yeah, good job. No, well, my wife does that constantly, which is probably why she doesn't review things regularly in the app, is because she knows that there are portions that she has slept through.
I don't know. Last time she reviewed anything.
Dude, she's real bad about it. I try to push her. We'll see. We'll
Downstairs.
To push her down the stairs.
We're gonna review something now.
Exactly.
Hey, for the users, it's 59 too.
Right, exactly. And Bookstore Thor, you gave Dixie and Dalvo. I like it. Throw the shade, brother. You're going to be probably giving out quite a few of those. So my Dixie did not like this as well. And he said, what did I just watch? Because my eyes couldn't even focus on it.
Yep, it was overdone.
Yep. And photography was oddly blurred and looking through cataracts. I feel you. They did add that film grain on there. Life on Marshmallow said, why? Just basically said he thought it looked like doo-doo and said the story in universe rules were nonsense. Yeah, a bit of nonsense rules as well. Now for the users, one of our notorious users gave this a 59%. Now I did want to read a paragraph here because she can do a lot of the talking for us so that we don't have to.
Yes, thank you.
So I'm going to read this here. Yeah. So she said, now I'm skipping a little bit of context here, but she said, that's just it. Things happen, but there's not a lot of coherence. There's not a good elevator pitch for this. The only backstory is the history with Polly, which only makes me question why they're supposed to be in love. Who is Sky Captain and his merry band of pilots? Why does he only seem to care about that one guy? Who is the bad guy and where did he get all his funding for this mess? Is there a history between Sky Captain and the bad guy, or is he just some weirdo causing trouble for his own reasons? Why in the and then why is the world of tomorrow so lame when it's finally mentioned? All of these are phenomenal questions. Great job for the users. Those are things that I definitely want to get into because they are good questions, but I want to touch on a few of the others. Normie gave it a 55%. And we got Gentleman of Culture here also gave it a 55% and said, shut the fuck up, Polly. Yeah, I feel you there. And Timothy Wick gave it a 69%, though. So this is somebody that liked it. And he did point out as well, with it being an ambitious film and dealing with all the, CGI and all that as well. I mean, it had to be difficult. Now, JJ Happenstance as well gave this a 35%. Did not like it, buddy. I feel you there. And it said he tips his cap to that, but it just didn't really work as far as the ambition and where they went with it. Just wasn't really on board for it. Now, Jake Blue Blaze did like this, and he's in the chat. Said that he loved the attempt of the old school sci-fi. And basically just does a great job occasionally, even if the acting was bad. And so, yeah, that's the thing. Now, I will say someone that did show up, and we haven't talked about him yet, is Giovanni Ribisi. I love this man with all of my heart and soul. He is a phenomenal actor, and I will watch anything that he is in. He's great. He really is. He's such a good actor. And I will say, if you've never seen his show, Sneaky Pete, highly recommend it. This show was excellent. It's a Prime Video show that didn't get enough love, but it got 3 seasons. And this is really cool. It's like a con man heist show. It's really good. And like, if you're into like con man stuff, this show was really good. Giovanni does a great job. And apparently now it's on Netflix as well. So they must have gotten the rights to it.
And Bryan Cranston's in it?
Yeah. There's quite a few people in the show. In
he produced it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bryan Cranston produced it. But yeah, it is actually a very good show. I recommend it. But he's in this movie. I thought he had the best acting in the whole film, probably.
Yeah.
But he just always kind of shows up. But he also didn't have a ton to work with.
Yeah.
There was a point in which I was wondering if he was going to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
But see,
I
could have seen that.
Pulpy movies there's not like those twists.
Right.
Like, there was a twist in this movie, obviously, that the old man had died and that his robots have just been running
the show
for
right.
10 years.
Yeah.
And then
that
he
was like
apologized, but he still let it happen. So it's like, did the robots take over?
I guess the robots killed him.
Yeah, did they kill him? Like, did they take over the situation? We don't know.
He just died.
Or
Like,
did
he was
just
just
die?
in
Well,
his
why would he
chair.
apologize, though? Like,
Well, also, why would he let his robots keep going? Like, if he knew he was going to die or whatever. Like,
Yeah, why would he apologize and then let them keep going?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
Great
lots of
question.
What ifs.
Yeah, there are a lot. And I did want to bring up our highest review here is by Golden Age Geek. Gave it an 80%. So he really
I
liked
agree
it.
with him on a lot of things, and I cannot agree with him on that one.
Yeah, it's not that much. Now, Ninja Waiter gave it a 10%. Not surprised at that at all. Yeah. So yeah, the opinions vary, but Bookstore Thor liked it a lot, and it makes sense because this is the type of stuff that he vibes with. He's just really into this retro stuff, the pulpy things, I think, the noirs, and so it makes sense. And if you're into that vibe and you can get past the green screen stuff, then yeah, I totally get it. And like he said, this is someone's dream passion project. And it does show here, and that's the thing. And like I said, I wish he had just had some help because this movie could have been a movie that people remembered for ages. Yeah, like this could have gone down in history as like a very famous film.
I also think
like
that
Rocketeer or something.
Well, let's not get carried away.
Well, I mean,
Rocketeer's a gem.
It is. That's what I'm saying. If this had some help with the story, and then also with just not being this green screen thing, like it could have been so memorable.
I honestly think it just didn't come out of the right time. Like, I think he could do that now, but make it into an animated series so that you can actually build these characters and like have these, adventures with, it's basically an Indiana Jones character is what this Sky Captain seems to be, except for rather than, he saves people rather than artifacts. But, I think this would have been a fun animated series. I think that would have been the best mode to put his.
I think it would have been more boring as the animated show.
Really?
Yeah, especially
More
if you're trying to
boring.
get, like the black and white and pulpiness of it. I think I would just have checked out.
That's just like the Batman feel.
Right.
It's animated Batman.
I'll be interested to see. Well, then especially with that, I'm really curious where you will be when you finally get to see the movie that we reviewed recently on Monday, Hangover. It's Steven Spielberg's film, Tintin. And it's one of my favorite animated movies of all time. And that is kind of pulpy.
Time with the whole like
CG animation.
CG animation.
Yeah.
So that's why I've always avoided that one because I can tell just looking at the pictures. I'm like, that's CG animated. I hate that style.
It is, and it's the best one of those. If you were to ever like a CG animated movie, it would be Tintin. Like, hands down. Tintin
The dog movie?
There is a dog in it. Yeah. So yeah, I love Tintin. I think it's fantastic. But it does pull on some of the similar vibes in the pulpiness of this. Like they share some DNA for sure.
Yeah.
So it is good. But
what I'm excited for, and because like I don't watch a lot of noir things, it's just not my cup of tea. But the new Spider-Man noir,
yeah,
I'm very curious.
Yeah, man, I'm so excited.
Assuming that's gonna be black and white, and it's gonna be raining all the time and very noir-y. I wonder if they're gonna kind of use filters, kind of like.
Oh,
this
they are.
movie.
They absolutely
They are?
will. I just don't think the whole thing like it's not going to be in front of a green
obviously,
screen.
We've
It's,
seen pictures of him like on a car.
Yeah.
And stuff, so there will be real life.
Is it Nick Cage?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Oh,
live
sweet.
action Nick Cage
yeah.
as Spider-Man Noir.
Spider-Man noir.
I had no idea. That's awesome.
It's a Amazon show, I believe. I thought that was either later this year or early next year.
It is
I haven't
soon.
heard anything about it in a while.
Oh, there's been a trailer.
Oh, really?
We have an actual trailer for Spider-Man Noir. This would be a total deviation, but at this point, whatever, I don't mind. I can actually share that for people who are into noir stuff. This is something to be excited about when it comes out, and I think we can also share it with audio if you want to throw your headphones on. We can go ahead and y'all can check this out. Spider-Man Noir is coming out. We do have a trailer, and hopefully...
Have you seen it out there?
Teaser.
The city's a mess. The people could use a hero. I hope they find someone.
Hell yeah.
It looks freaking sick. Like so it's next year.
Okay, so it's next year.
Yeah. So I am actually very excited about Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah. It looks dope.
Too.
Yeah. And JB, what's up, dude? Said he likes Noir, but he doesn't like Spider-Man. So the question is, will you like them together possibly though, at least a little bit?
Yeah, because if you don't like Spider-Man in general, is it because he's a smart mouth kind of character?
Right.
But if you take all that out,
because he's very different than typical Spider-Man in
right.
general.
Yeah, so Spider-Man Noir is a very different kind of entity altogether.
Right.
It's gonna be very interesting. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I am very curious. It looks cool. And you were right about how they're filming it. Obviously, it's the black and white. It's gonna revolve a lot around certain types of lighting.
A lot less fuzzy.
Yeah, a lot less fuzzy than this movie.
Almost everything should be because it was way too fuzzy.
Right. Yeah, I am very curious to see how that show turns out. But as far as this movie goes, another thing that I wanted to bring up is it's just kind of like, okay, so Chris said, what Sky Captain was doing was saving the world. That's what he said, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But how?
He stopped the rocket from igniting the world.
See, that's the thing. It was just going to space, right?
No, it said that.
When it hit atmosphere and it would destroy Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was a key point.
That actually helps the ending for me some, because that part I missed, because I thought that they were like sending it to a different planet to do like an atmospheric thing or something. And I was just like, what are they saving anybody? Just let the thing go up.
Because that was actually discussed. He literally said like, okay, cool, we'll let him go. And they were like, no. It was the German scientist German. Like, no, when it goes in the atmosphere and the after boosters fall off. They're so big that they will be devastating when they fall.
Okay. So we just don't know exactly. So he was basically going to kill all of humanity.
He wanted to kill all the humans and let
Noah's
nature
Ark
take
it.
over. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. With that, so he did technically save the world in the movie, and I knew, now I had seen it before, so I don't know if that was a little bit of memory in my brain kind of sticking back in there, but it's kind of like with the whole, her and the pictures, having two pictures left, I was like, she's going to use that last picture to take a picture of him.
Yeah.
She's definitely going to do that.
Yeah. Except,
that she
the
did.
lens cap.
Yeah, she left the lens cap off,
which was amazing. The final shot of like her crestfallen face.
Yeah.
Right.
Which was the same face that she used throughout the entire movie because she
was so one note.
Flat as fuck.
At least it went from like straight across to like a little down.
Yeah.
Right.
So, it's like she smelled the goop.
She was like, I'm gonna make a company about it.
Right. Yeah, she just was not great in this movie. There was just a bit of messiness with this story, and that's why I say, like, if he could have just had some help also with the script, where it's like Angelina Jolie, like, we didn't really get much resolution with her. She comes in more than midway through the story, shows up to help, and is then gone. Like, not really much to her character. It's really mostly just Jude Law and Gwyneth Paltrow. Giovanni is in there early, and he's in there at the end, but he's kind of just basically like a Q from Bond.
Yep.
Just creating gadgets.
And that's what I mean, like that whenever I'm talking about it having a series, like an animated series, it's not just of this one story, right? Like that they can expand on all these other adventures. Like they spent the whole time, you know, him and Angelina Jolie are together. They're talking about like reminiscing about old times and old, you know, oh, you remember being in Bangladesh or whatever it was, you know, so it's all of those things can be told in that story. So just to back up my own suggestion.
Yeah. I mean, I get where you're coming from with that.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where I was like, I don't know how much I would want to see of this on an episodic level. Talking about a wasted character, though, Angelina Jolie.
Right.
I was just like, this was a waste. Because I know she was trying to go for, but it didn't. She also felt very, like, flat. And I just
robotic.
like,
yeah.
A love interest, a hard-ass love interest that...
Well, and that's kind of the thing, too, is we only got teases of previous story events that we never really got any context for.
Exactly.
Like, you hear and find out about a lot of stuff, even like with the villain. We don't really ever know anything about him.
None.
You're just like, I guess he's a eugenicist, and, like, he just whatever, but he's also sorry for ruining the world and killing everybody, but, like...
But not sorry enough to stop it.
Right, exactly.
I'm just guessing his robots like overtook him, and they were like, because this was you know always the discussion with AI, is that AI is going to be like, oh, the problem is humans,
Right?
We're gonna eliminate humans. So I can only assume, which you have to do a lot of this movie, that like the robots kind of overtook him and then took on his mission as their prime objective.
Right.
Even though he may have decided not to do that.
Right. Yeah, I am very curious what. I almost wonder, it's like, I feel like there is like a comic book that fleshes all this out, or like some backstory stuff. Like there is more to the story. I appreciate it for what it is. I just think overall he couldn't stick the landing. I stick with it. If he had some help in the writer's room, and if he had some help just with maybe somebody being like, let's not be so ambitious, like this tech's not ready, then I think that this could have been just something really, really great. But at the same time, this is definitely not one of those films where it's like, somebody totally loving this, I'm like, I get it. Like, it's cool. It is cool. This is a cool movie. It is creative. The airplanes being able to go underwater, super cool. Like, very creative.
I would have one of those.
Right.
Sure.
Right. There was some really neat ideas. It just was kind of just all without much understanding or explanation. Or
they didn't fully flush out the universe or the characters or the relationships. So all of that didn't, like, even the amount of time that they spent working on it fell flat and didn't really make any kind of effect to me wanting to root for these characters or pull against the bad guys. It was all just kind of like for the users that things happened, and it's just like, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, and JJ, like you said, that was the big thing, is there was a lot of talk about the special effects and stuff in this movie because it was setting the stage. And we said earlier, this was like one of the first films ever, if not the first film to be completely filmed on green screen.
Yeah.
And it shows. But at the same time, there are some things that are neat about it. It's cool and creative, but like, if you could also, there are plenty of things that you might bounce off hard for. So like we said earlier as well, it's kind of one of those things where spoilers almost don't matter, because it's like, you're just kind of along for the ride. You're there for the visuals. You're there to see these neat, cool ideas. But like at the end of the day, you're not going to leave with like some revelation or some really cool message, or it's saying anything deep. Like it's just a pulpy ride.
It's you know, the 5-cent comic book
the
kids used to pick up.
Absolutely.
And that's what this feels like. You're just dropped into this world. Like, we keep talking about like backstory and all that. It's like, oh, there isn't these backstories. It almost feels like there should be a previous comic book that we had to read about these other stories. Where when it comes to like episodes or other movies, it would have made sense.
Right.
But
a great point, and I was going to bring this up, as TG brought up, that like if we had not gotten this film, we probably never would have gotten Sin City. And
it was inspired by it.
This was how they learned how to make like this. This walked so that movie could run, kind of a scenario like. This movie, they were making all the mistakes so that Sin City didn't have to make them. There was a lot of industry learning from this movie. So, and this did come before it.
Yeah,
So it's a shame that this movie had to take the bullet and do the learning.
Yeah.
But that kind of always is the thing, right? Is like somebody usually has to totally screw up so that other people can figure out how to do it right.
Yeah, very rare. I think very rarely is something like come on the scene and do something completely original and knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, kudos to them, and hey, to everybody that loved it, that's great. And honestly, we didn't. It's not like we totally bombed this thing. And this is and Chris didn't even really bomb it. He was still fair considering how.
But it's definitely less than a decent.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's one of those that I'm not like I'm going to see it again or like I'm going to get the kids and we're going to watch it together. Like no, like there's like I'd rather watch The Rocketeer or I'd rather watch the first Captain America film. Like that pulls from these vibes. Like something like that I'd rather see than watching this again. So yeah, it's and oh god, are you bringing up The Spirit? That movie was horrendous.
Love that movie.
You like this? You would like The Spirit.
It's amazing. It's just the Sam. No, what's his name?
It's Samuel L. Jackson. It's a Frank Miller movie.
Yeah, fighting it out with the main guy, and they're just ridiculous. It's hilarious.
It's terrible.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Chris, we saw The Spirit in theaters together.
Wow. I am drawing a complete.
It
blank.
came out in 2008. If you didn't see it
highly
with me,
doubt that it was me.
It's so ridiculous and over the top, just like cheese.
No, I don't think so.
then it was Kyle Gazak then, who's been on the show. We have several reviews for The Spirit. Heinous, bogus, and then 2 rads, one of which is Matt's. I have not seen that. I saw it opening night.
I stand on it.
So the reason we're talking about this, very similar vibes, but it does look better, and there is actual color in this movie.
Yes.
There's Samuel L. Jackson in this movie with tinfoil on his head or something.
He is so ridiculous. His character is just completely over the top. Everything he has to have has to be 8s. So he has like 2 4-barrel shotguns. So he has 8.
I mean, Eva Mendes is looking like a whole snack up in here, though.
No,
like,
there's all these like, hot chicks in there that are all like pining after the Spirit. It's just ridiculous. I don't know why people hate this movie.
I haven't seen it since theaters, but I'll put it this way. I remember being like, I might walk out. So it does make me interested to see it again, but I remember absolutely hating this movie.
As Zena said here, one of Sam Jackson's things is that he says it over and over again. I don't want eggs on my face. and it doesn't make sense, and because they just don't make sense. I don't know what it is about this movie.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
You
make
know,
sense,
you
but it makes
get
sense.
egg on your face. It's a saying.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to
have egg on his face.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to
It's
be made a fool of.
Yeah, it's a bad movie. It's a bad movie that I almost feel like Matt.
Do you think it's critically loved?
If it no.
Or vice versa?
If it's vice versa, if the audience likes this on Rotten Tomatoes, we'll review it.
Nice, let's do it.
What do you mean by likes it?
Like, if it has a substantially
30-point spread,
if it's a 30-point spread,
okay.
we'll look into reviewing The Spirit on the show at some point. It won't be probably over the next month though. Because we're going to do horror films for the next month.
Yeah.
Now, that is the thing, audience. Y'all be brewing on this. Be looking. I want to get films that are easily accessible. We are probably going to do mostly movies from the 2000s because there's so many excellent 2000s horror films that audiences love that the critics hated. So it is ripe for the picking. So
remember, is House of Wax one of them?
It might be. I freaking love that movie.
Great movie.
Yeah, it's great as well. There are some really. I'm pretty sure that is one of them. There's a lot of good ones, so we're gonna definitely look through those. All right, Matt. Sorry, you lose on this one. So, if anybody was curious, as I was looking this up for how The Spirit fared on Rotten Tomatoes, here you go. It is a 14 and a 26%. This is universally hated.
I tell you, they are all wrong.
They are all wrong. All right. So it's just pretty generally hated. Or I'll even give you one more. If you can find enough people in Criticless that like this movie to review it, to have it at a 30-point spread, then maybe we'll review The Spirit.
So just have to make 30 accounts.
Exactly.
There you go.
It's a scam.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, I am very excited for next month. And yeah, JB, it's going to be a Spooktober for sure. And he says no to 2000s movies. Yeah, so there's that. Well, that's the thing, man. We got to hit on those critic-hated horror movies. Which if you have any recommendations, JB, of horror movies that the critics didn't like but audiences did that aren't 2000s and are still good ones, then give us some, either in the Criticless cast group on Criticless or wherever. Definitely let us know. We're going to be planning that. I'm guessing around the first of the month is when all the streaming sites move around what you can see. My biggest thing is I didn't want to pre-plan and pick a bunch of movies and then they all disappear from streaming, because that happens all the time. And I don't want to encourage everyone to be pirates.
Yeah, and they literally don't.
You don't have to encourage me.
Right.
They were like, by the way, as of tomorrow, all these things are moving. And you're like, oh, cool.
And yes, Life of Marshmallows, I wish Idle Hands was streaming somewhere as well as Criticated. It is on my Criticated list, and I have looked every single time we have been planning to do an episode. I have looked to see if Idle Hands was streaming, and it hasn't been. So I keep waiting.
It's on Pluto TV.
Dude.
What the hell is Pluto
You
TV?
don't-
It's one of the most
You're going to watch 75 hours of commercials
ads.
to watch one movie.
Yeah.
I would rather openly tell the world I am pirating that film than watch it on Pluto. Let's put it that
I'll
way.
buy some DVDs. Don't worry.
Right, seriously. So, yeah, JB, oh yeah, some 2000s French or Korean films. I hear you there. Yeah, so I am curious what ends up shaking out next month as far as what horror films we review, but we definitely will be doing some. I'm excited about it. Bro, listen, all right? Don't be talking about Zunes up in my chat. You'll get
Hell
me
yeah.
excited. I said he had some stuff loaded up on his Zune. We were severe Zune supporters around here.
We're Zuning.
Yeah, we are Zuning. I had multiple Zunes. They were superior to iPod in every way. They were the shit, and I love them. And it made my day when they put it into Guardians of the Galaxy and then never played out on it. They should have followed through with that, because Zunes are the shit.
Yeah, and then somehow Zunes died off into the obscure nothing.
It's because Microsoft is notorious for creating tech and then abandoning it.
Yeah.
That's just how they've rolled for years.
Yeah.
I freaking loved them. And Zune was.
It would be great if they
See,
came back.
Couch Tater knows.
I don't know if you can get iPods anymore.
I don't know.
I think they try to force everything into like
iPhone.
Right.
Probably what
Yeah.
Microsoft's done too.
Probably. Yeah. And dude, I would use mine. I think mine died. I had several of them. I used them until they fell apart. Like,
Dude, Runyon
Yeah.
still scours the internet looking for parts to keep his going.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he finally gave up on it, but
probably. Yeah. I mean,
he
they-
replaced the battery so many times. on that
Really?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Zunes were awesome. They were great for all y'all that missed out on that. So, yeah. And JB, you missed out, dude. You missed out. But yeah, Zunes were great. So that's a little bit more of educating boomers there. You're welcome. Zunes.
Yeah.
That boomers probably did not have Zunes. I had it to where my whole family had them. Everybody had a Zune. So
You're good, man.
Yeah.
You just copy and paste music.
Right.
It's that easy.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to download an app.
right.
Have to do
And they
nothing.
also had a radio. The iPods didn't have a radio too. If you wanted to listen
Oh,
to the
yeah.
radio, you could.
Yeah.
They were just cool. And they had all the cool colors. They were a vibe.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just feeling nostalgic now. I don't know.
Mine's still in my drawer.
Does it work?
Dead as a doorknob. I don't.
Taylor
Yeah.
says here that he has one, a Halo 3 edition still in the box.
Yo,
Nice.
let's freaking
Collector's
go. I
edition.
am extraordinarily jealous of that.
How much?
Yeah, for real. I'm about to pirate some music and load that thing up.
How much?
Yeah. Yeah, iPods were a pain in the ass. And yeah, Sony Walkman. I mean, we definitely had those. I had the
Oh, yeah.
anti-skip one that had the thing that was like
Yeah. It was like yellow and
Yep.
it had like rubber.
Yep.
I think there was a microphone on the end or something.
Maybe.
I don't know,
It was wild.
crazy.
And it was like supposed to never it would still skip if you were rough enough on it, but
I remember you also got that, like the first music-oriented phone.
I did
think it was
have
still
that.
a flip phone, but there
was-
was like a skip button on the front of
Uh-huh.
it for like.
dude, yes,
Wild.
it was the
I remember that
LG,
being
I
like,
think.
This was dumb.
Oh no, it was cool. I had it.
Like-
It looked dumb as fuck.
It was sick.
but
Yeah.
cool
Don't hate.
features.
It was cool features.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm into music, man. I'm the musicest man ever. I gotta have little music buttons. I can put 5 songs on this phone.
This will be amazing.
Yeah.
64-bit rate. It's
Yeah, exactly.
terrible.
So yeah. But and of course Quagmire shows up. We're running late, so you made it until the end of the show. What's up? But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it for this review. This movie, it was fun. I don't hate that I saw it. Like I'm glad I got a refresher on it. This is one of those I was looking. It's like no one's hardly reviewed this on the internet. Like
Yeah.
it is just not something that people have talked about. And that's another fun thing about this show and the way that we've kind of pivoted into the types of movies we've been doing is we are just talking about and reviewing things that no one else is. Where it's like, even with Monday Hangover, it tends to be a lot of stuff that people kind of universally love, being why I caught so much crap for my review and why people like Jonas catch crap, because when you're constantly doing generally loved movies, you're going to run into ones where people on the show don't like it, and they're usually the one oddball out, and you just get roasted into oblivion. So
appropriate.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of a tough one. But yeah, so that's going to be it for Sky Captain and The World of Tomorrow. But before we button things up, we do have one thing we need to do that I absolutely always forget. Oh, God. Yeah, Chris is going to pee his pants.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're going to get through our send-off song so he can not pee his britches. So, Chris, do you want to actually go first so that you can
No, it doesn't
pee?
matter. I've got a strong urethra.
Oh.
That's what all the doctors tell me.
They tell that.
It's a thing. Yeah,
Mine tell me that mine is weak.
Little floppy.
Yep, little floppy urethra.
Sure, I'll go first, though, because it was the one I was going to do last week, but
Okay.
Sid made me change because she
Right.
did some old school stuff that made me think of something else. But
Yeah.
so this week I am going to do, I don't think I've ever done before, but one of my favorite bands from high school for sure. Kind of fallen off of them here recently, but it's a song called Two Coins by a band called City and Color.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah. City and Color was great.
yeah, great band. Have
What
so
was he
many
the
of
lead
their-
singer of? He was the lead singer of another
Alex
band.
is on fire.
Oh, yeah, Alex is on fire, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
Dallas
very
Green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dallas Green, that's it.
Real
he turn out to be
douchebag,
like a
apparently.
giant douche.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody hates his guts, but
Yeah.
he does make
But
good,
great music.
He makes great music.
And sometimes that's the magic sauce.
Right.
Yep.
Is a lot of musicians are dickheads.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty notoriously so. So Two Coins by City and Color.
Yep.
Sweet. Nice. Matt, what you got?
So this is a newer song I just found this week called Shitwreck
Shitwreck. Yeah.
by Awake Again. And this is a newer band that I just found. And it's funny enough, you suggested a different band that sounded like System of a Down.
Yeah.
This guy also sounds like System of a Down, like the Serj Tankian,
Mm-hmm.
but it is more metal.
Okay.
It's like a different like metal sound.
Nice.
So yours wasn't as like metally.
Right.
But this one, yours was still like a rock. I can't remember the band. I've been trying to remember. I can't remember. But this one's definitely more of like a metal band.
Right.
So I was like, yeah,
Nice.
This is cool.
Hell yeah.
This was one of their newer songs. They've been around for a little bit. They have a handful of songs.
Right.
But not brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once again, that's Shitwreck by Awake Again.
Nice. I like it. So the song that I'm going to do is a song called Woodchuck by Spark Master Tape. So Spark Master Tape by Woodchuck. This is kind of, so I did last week, I did Run the Jewels because I've been listening to lots of Run the Jewels. Now I've kind of branched off into I'm listening to other similar artists and stuff. This is very similar. It's kind of faster rap, but this song freaking slaps. Highly recommend it. This is like one of those workout songs. It's awesome. It's got some like faster rap in it, but also just like the beat to it, everything. This song kicks ass. And it's like old school rap with like, back when like rappers used to just talk shit about each other. There is just like shit talking in this to other rappers and stuff, like modern rappers and different things. I'm like, this is dope. This is bringing back some like nostalgia. So yeah, Woodchuck by Spark Master Tape.
Yeah.
This song is dope.
That's dope.
Definitely worth listening to. I really dig it. And also, we do have a super chat from Couch Tater. Thanks, bro. So Matt, you want to read this?
Sure, why not? So, does Criticless have a top 250 movie list like IMDb has? The IMDb top 250 is the only thing I still go on that site for now. All in on Criticless for everything else. If it exists, I'm retarded then.
So you are not tarded. We don't technically have that, but it is going to be pretty easy to put that in there. It all just depends on the metric of the top 250, like if it's top two, like score wise or how we do it. I'm guessing that's probably how you want it. We actually can do that fairly easily, and we've been talking about it, so I'm going to put it that way. And actually, there are some things that are currently brewing, that we will be talking about in the future with you guys. I'm interested. I need to pick content creators' brains and certain people's brains about what we're working on before I go more public with it. But we've got some interesting, fun ideas for stuff that we're wanting to do in Criticless. going forward. But yes, that will be something that we'll probably put in the Discover page. And so I'll keep you posted and let you guys know how difficult or not that is to do. But granted, our main dev just had some family things happen. So as far as my big guy that does a lot of our stuff, so he is out of pocket for a little while. So bigger additions will probably, at least for, I'm guessing, at least like a month or so, will probably be put on hold. With that being the case. But yeah, and JB, I saw you bring up something as well. You were asking about our episode reviews, and that is something that has been talked about. And I will say, I don't know if you're familiar with our water cooler feature, but it is a feature that people are using to do episodic reviews, and then they're putting their overall review scores for the actual movies or shows themselves, kind of a culminated point score. But what people are doing is they're actually dropping individual reviews for episodes in the water cooler so that it's kind of documented in there. And then also that could be brought over if you wanted to later or whatever. Yeah. But that is something people are doing. So there is a water cooler tab on every piece of entertainment that you look at. And that is a thing that folks are doing, just if you were not aware. Now, I'm not saying you got to do this, but it is something that people are doing. For example, I was just going to show you. So like Marvel Zombies, for example, since it's a show, like you just come down here, you go into the water cooler, and people are leaving reviews in the water cooler. Now, nobody's done anything in this water cooler, but so it's not a great example. They've been doing it with Alien, yeah. So like Alien Earth, there have been multiple people doing episodic reviews in the water cooler in here, and then they drop their primary reviews. So like it'll, like here with Bastard in Black, he says like episode 7 gives his breakdown, and you can share that as a post on your account, doing a repost. People will see it, and then you can turn around and then do like a cumulative like primary review. So that is an option. Just putting that out there until we do episodic, which will come at some point. I just don't know exactly when because it's a big ad. So yeah, it's one of those things where I wish I had done it in early development and I was an idiot and didn't. So anyways, yeah, that is in there as well. And yeah, we need to add more member stickers for sure. We will do that as well. I think we had to reach a certain member count, and I think we're at it. So I'll have to look and see how easy that is to add those. We've obviously got to do a Pacific Rim one. Chris is going to PP on himself, so we are going to go. Chris, tell everyone bye.
Bye-bye.
And yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. This has been fun. It's been great and real and all that stuff. Next week I will let y'all know ASAP about what we're reviewing next week. I don't know if it's gonna be a horror movie because I think technically it does fall in October. Yep. So we will need to have that decided. I just didn't want it to roll off and be something that everybody had to pay for, so I don't know exactly the best way to do that. So anyways, guys, that's been it. It's been fun. Thanks, chat. We love it. Love having y'all in here. This has been a great show. Later.